as you could see here. And so this is really all I could find on Mr. Pachetti. Was there anything that you found, Mr. Kobe
Yes,
Siegel?
actually, I'm actually quite impressed with Mr. Pachetti, and not only his 3.2 GPA, but his pitching acumen. So he's a right-handed pitcher slash first base slash utility from San Carlos, California. Now, um, uh, in the California state rankings, he is 606th overall. The 191st right-handed pitcher. California's a pretty big state with a lot of good pitchers, so that's pretty good. For reference, Dylan McShane was about like five, about like 500. So he was on the athletic scout team national, and he's a perfect game grade of 8. Now, to kind of what that means, it means potential draft pick and slash or excellent college prospect. So this guy's got some potential. Now, if you look at his fastball velocity, this was taken almost exactly 1 year ago. He was at 84 miles per hour. Now, if I know anything about growing, I think his 84 miles per hour will probably have gone up. So it's possible we see high 80s. I don't know if something crazy happened. Maybe we got him in the 90s. I don't even know, but I would say expect high 80s. That is my expectation.
Yeah, and so you talked about Pachetti a little bit, but for the Crawdads, they've got Nate Nordell coming out. And honestly, when you look at Nordell's stats, he has been excellent in CCL play. Through 7 innings over the course of 3 games, he has a 1.28 ERA. But his non league stats, through 6 innings, he has a 7.5 ERA over 3 games. And as we know, this is a non league game. And you look at some of his games. Against Alameda, he gave up a couple earned runs. Against the West Coast Kings, he gave up a couple earned runs. And so it's kind of weird how against some of the better squads, he pitches really well. But against what we would consider maybe some of the inferior squads when it comes to these Bay Area Collegiate League teams, he's just not pitching as well. And so I'm curious to see which version of Nate Nordell we'll get today. I expect maybe three innings, maybe 4 if he's looking really good. But what do you see from Nate Nordell?
Well, I want to start by saying we were in the parking lot this morning. We saw Nate Nordell. He gave us a wave. He is a great guy. Nate
He
Nordell is
is.
just a great guy, but he's also a really great pitcher. A Division II product, didn't pitch much, but um in the 3 games that he's played in the league game, he's been really good. And you said it's a little weird that maybe against the lower competition he struggled a bit. I think part of that could be uh his lower velocity is maybe easier for the maybe less talented players to hit. But I think it is a small sample size, so we don't really know. But I think when he gets hit, like sometimes he gets hit really hard. So I think he's I don't really want to say streaky, but when he's good, he's great. But when it goes wrong, sometimes it can really go wrong.
Yeah, and this is a game prep Trojan squad that is 8-6 in the Bay Area Collegiate League. And you might have heard of some of the teams in the BACL. You've got the West Coast Kings Gold, who are 10-4. They lead. But I believe they are not the team that the Crawdads played, because we believe the Crawdads played the Black Squad, which is not as good. They're 3-4. But you've got the Anchors, Alameda Anchors, who Crawdads played first game of the season. They'll play again on Friday. They're 9-3. You got the Bay Area Admirals, obviously a CCL affiliate. Crawdads have seen a lot of them, and they're 9-7. And then you look at the Seals, who haven't heard of the Seals before, but the Game Prep Trojans are there at 8-6. So they're about middle of the pack in probably a league that is not as good as the CCL. And so, honestly, I think expectations are that Crawdads should have their way against this squad. And that's very much the case when you look at the lineup. And this is going to be a fun day for Mr. Kobe Siegel. who is our wonderful point streak man, because there's going to be a lot of moving parts today. So
Yes.
bear with me here for a second. Batting leadoff will be Casey Cummings innings 1 through 5, and then Cole Fellows 6 through 9. Then you got Duroff for the whole game. You've got Donnelly batting third, 1 through 5. Pointer coming in 6 through 9. You got Matt King innings 1 through 5, and then Ryan Ellis not starting today. But again, that's because you want to try to divvy up the talent throughout the game so that you don't have all your best players at the beginning. So he's going to be coming in at the end, and then after that, you're going to see these names for the whole game. Sam Gilliam in the DH spot batting fifth. Max Farfan batting sixth at third base. Griffin Harrison batting seventh. And Harrison's going to be at second base through innings 1 through 5. Then he's going to move over to shortstop through innings 6 through 9. You got Firestone behind the plate. And then you got Emmett Finney, who's going to be in left field from innings 1 through 5. And then he is going to move to first base for innings 6 through 9. And so when looking at this lineup, I just want to talk about Griffin Harrison a little bit. I was able to interview him in the post-game show in the last game on Sunday. And when I was writing my article, which, by the way, you could check that out on the Walnut Creek Crawdads website and their Twitter page, I would talk to him about a couple different things. He's been hitting the ball really well recently. He's got multiple hits in the last few games. And also, with the loss of a guy like John Gazdar, you're looking for a guy like Griffin Harrison to step up into that role of being a potential shortstop, second baseman. And he's a utility man. He's a Swiss Army knife. He could play anywhere. And so he's batting seventh today, which is a little higher than a lot of times he'll be batting ninth. But he's moving up in the lineup. Might be able to get another AB than he normally does. But, yeah, I mean, besides Griffin Harrison, who else are you looking forward to maybe having a big game today?
Well, this is a chance for Emmett Finney because he's playing the outfield for the first time, and who knows? Maybe if he looks good out there, he can give himself some more opportunities. He gets a chance to play a full game and just get some more plate appearances because he really hasn't gotten that many plate appearances, so it's kind of tough for him. Guess kind of tough for him to get going. And I mean, overall, this is somewhat of an exhibition game after a couple of days off. Healdsburg tomorrow. Crawdads don't necessarily have to use their top arms as they prepare for Healdsburg. So I think a lot of this is because it's a bit of an exhibition game.
Yeah, and I like how you mentioned Finney because you said how he's playing outfield for the first time. And there's a bunch of guys on this Crawdad squad that play first and outfield. You got Brome, you've got Donnelly, and maybe Finney can put himself into that conversation if he looks good in left field. Curious to see how he plays. But yeah, I kind of wish Tyson Pointer was playing the whole game. I feel like this could be a get-right game for him.
Absolutely.
This is a guy who, if the Crawdads want to make damage in the postseason, I think they're going to need Tyson Pointer to start turning things around because this is a kid, as we've talked about before, with the University of Texas at Arlington Mavericks. He hit 300, he hit 10 home runs, and he was expected to be one of the better newcomers onto the squad, and he just hasn't yet. He's hitting barely over 200 so far this year. So I was kind of hoping to see him play 9 innings, maybe get some good swings out there. He's been looking a little bit better these last few days. He got a double in the last game, but you're only going to see him for the last few innings. But yeah, it's time to give a guy like Owen Firestone, who's only been on the team for about like 2 weeks, I think. And so yeah, get some of those guys more run. But let's just talk a little bit about this Trojans lineup. You got Dylan McKee at leadoff, followed by Gabe Malera, Matthew Lofberg, Ethan Reeder, Dylan Brandenburg, Derek Waldvogel, Braden Fitzgerald, Jack Wiesinger, and Jared Walsh. No, not the Jared Walsh for the Anaheim Angels, but he is batting ninth for this Game Prep Trojan squad, different Jared Walsh. And so anything on this lineup, Kobe? Anything at all?
Well, Not
anything.
necessarily, but I I have noticed that not a lot of the guys starting are from Skyline, but Dylan McGee specifically, he's going to Webster University. Can you use base over there?
Hold on, where is Webster University located? Without
Um,
looking it up, do you know off the top of your
well, no, I
noggin?
just looked Saratoga, California, but
Oh,
apparently they are the Gorlocks.
oh, that is a
Um,
wonderful mascot name.
the Gorlocks. So
I love
yes,
that.
yes. So he's from West Valley College, I believe, in
Yes, I have his
Webster.
stats at West Valley
Really?
College.
And what are they?
Well, in 12 games played, he doesn't have a hit, and obviously no home runs, and no RBI. He did score a run though, so there's that. But that is Dylan McKee and his numbers at West Valley. So that is their leadoff hitter, and it appears he didn't get a hit in JUCO, and so I know I can't play very well. I might be able to luck my way into a hit somehow, but
I am actually gonna have to strongly disagree with that. I don't think
strongly.
you could get a hit.
Oh, by no ways am I gonna skill my way into a hit, but I
I don't
might
think you'd
luck
make
my way.
contact. Dead serious.
Wow, wow,
I don't think
brutal.
you'd make contact.
Honestly, that's fair. I probably wouldn't. But anyways, so talked a little bit about both these squads, and it's a non-league game. I mean, these are always kind of tough to judge, especially when you've got Healdsburg tomorrow, and that's why maybe maybe the Crawdads aren't necessarily putting in as much effort. But I mean, they're still going to play hard. Obviously, it's just
Yes.
obviously Brant Cummings taking his foot off the gas pedal a little bit. Not playing his guys the entire time. Guys out of the bullpen though, you've got Jackson Howell, you've got Austin Bergeron, and Cody Perry. Cody Perry did look good in his last outing
Yes.
against Healdsburg.
Mhm.
He pitched 2 innings. That was the game at Healdsburg where the team lost 7-0. But he did give him 2 innings, and he didn't give up any runs, which was good considering that every other pitcher in that game gave up runs. And he's been solid since his outing against the West Coast Kings, where in that tie he gave up 5 runs, and obviously was a big reason why they lost that game. But since then, he's gone 5 innings, and he's been good. So that's a silver lining. But I mean, yeah. Beside that, Austin Bergeron, solid pitcher. Jackson Howell can be a little wild sometimes. Not gonna lie, he'll like walk 3 guys and then strike 3 guys out. So never know what you're gonna get from him. But yeah, you got anything on the bullpen or any final thoughts here?
Well, Jackson Howell, his stuff is so good that if he just throws it near the zone, if like
He just doesn't know where it's going. That's
yes,
the
and
problem.
specifically against this team, um, uh, like they will probably not be able to hit his stuff. So he's just got to get over the plate, and if he does that, I think he'll be very successful. But this is a chance. Like we've seen a few times that the Crawdads, maybe some teams where they should be winning by more. Like second round Heat, they win 5-3. Like I want the Crawdads to not make this a close game. I want the Crawdads to go out there and put up a number in the first.
Yeah, if this game is close, that's a little concerning. But at the end of the day, as long as you win, that's really all that matters. And so we are going to start wrapping up this pregame show. We got first pitch here, about 5 minutes or so. And you're going to hear my wonderful voice on the call.
We will.
I'm going to be, even though our Carson Mercier is back from his little hiatus, he's working the music today. So if you hear any music, that's all from him, not from me today.
Yes.
But I will be on color alongside Mr. Austin Oda, who does a great job during the play-by-play. He's going to be here for the entire time, but I'm going to be there for his first 6 innings because I'm going to be writing for the last few. But looks like we got our national anthem here. So
Yep.
for Kobe Siegel, I am Justin Dawes. Thank you again for watching our pregame show.
A whole lot of winning for the Walnut Creek Crawdads recently, and they ride a nearly 2-week win streak with one loss that we don't have to talk about mixed in there into a non-league competition against the Game Prep Trojans. Welcome into the broadcast booth here at Monte Vista High School for today's non-league competition. The Walnut Creek Crawdads 18-4-1, the best Crawdads start in the 3-year tenure versus the Game Prep Trojans, who come in 8-6, one of the top teams in the Bay Area Collegiate League. My name is Austin Odo, joined alongside me, Justin DeHaas. You've already been on air for 20 minutes.
I have.
Welcome back, I guess.
Thank you.
Here's the lineup for the Game Prep Trojans. 8-6 in the BACL. They're 2 games back of the first place West Coast Kings. Dylan McKee out of West Valley College leads off. He plays second base with Gabe Malera, the center fielder, hitting second. Matthew Lofberg, the catcher, hits third with Ethan Reeder, the shortstop, cleaning it up. Dylan Brandenburg, the DH, hits fifth with Derek Waldvogel in right field. Braden Fitzgerald, the first baseman, hits seventh. Jack Weisinger at third base hits eighth. And Jared Walsh hits ninth. A little bit of a fall from grace from his all-star tenure with the Los Angeles Angels 2 years
No
back.
kidding.
But obviously, 2 different people, same name. But they'll be going up against the righty Nate Nordell. 0-0 his record this year. A 4.15 ERA, 13 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts, 3 walks. That's a very good ratio to be at. A strike thrower, not a hard thrower, but a good fastball. Good changeup, one of the better pitches on this team. And a big curveball slider combination as well.
Yeah, especially with Nate Nordell. Talked about this a little bit on the pregame show, but if you weren't listening to that, I'll just reiterate myself. So this is a kid who, in non-league play, has not been very good. He's got a 7 ERA, but in CCL play, he's got a 1 ERA. And so obviously that averages out to your 4 ERA that you just mentioned, Austin. And obviously this isn't a non-league game, so we'll see how he looks. But, I mean, it's the Game Prep Trojans. You never know. They're a decent squad in the BACL, like you said.
It's basically the Skyline College roster.
It basically is.
All
yes.
intents and purposes.
They have 16 players from Skyline on this team.
Dylan McKee leads off to face Nate Nordell. In his first start of the summer, Nordy made 1 start last summer against the Sonoma Stompers. Did okay, gave up a first pitch home run. So we'll see if he does the same. Dylan McKee here. First pitch he throws is popped up on the right side of the infield. The first baseman, Joey Donnelly, right behind the first base bag, squeezes it for the first out.
You love a good efficient outing as a pitcher, and that'll start it off right there of 1 pitch, 1 out.
First pitch time, exactly 4 o'clock, 72 degrees. Your first pitch time and temperature is brought to you by Meadowlark Dairy, trying to hang on to that Old Town vibe since the early 1900s.
A CCL game starting on time, that never happens.
I've never heard of that. Here's Gabe Malera, the center fielder. Nordell works from the stretch exclusively. His first pitch is a curveball that drops to the outside, 0-1.
Ooh, that curve had some nice break to it. It does catch inside the zone.
No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Nordell to the center fielder Malera. Defense straight up, pretty shallow in left field. 0-1 curveball, just a little high, 1-1.
He's liking his curveball.
Crawdads defense from left to right in the outfield. Emmett Finney, Casey Cummings, Brian DeRoff. Max Farfan is at third base with Matt King at shortstop. Griffin Harrison at second. Joey Donnelly at first. Owen Firestone behind the plate as Nordell fires a fastball past Malera. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, he gets a swing and miss. First time swing and miss so far in the game.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nordell to Malera. Here it comes. Curveball, high and tight, 2-2.
That was way inside. He's just testing him there, but again, using his curveball.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Still no score, just a batter into this ball game. Here's Nordell's 2-2. Fastball line to left center field, going over his left fielder Finney, and it's going to drop in front of him for a base knock.
We talked about this in the pregame show, how Emmett Finney is playing his first game in left field, and no left fielder is going to make that play. Just, lay up and, don't need to dive for that or anything. Just give the base hit, and maybe you can roll yourself into double play here if you're Nate Nordell.
It's the catcher, Matthew Lofberg. There's some names in this lineup.
There are. I was announcing these names on the pregame show. It was a fun time.
Lofberg, left-handed catcher, first pitch, grounded to the right side. Griffin Harrison will go to a slide to knock it down. He's not going to have a play. Looked like he was going to throw to first, but was unable to. So back-to-back singles. Neither hit particularly hard. I think you're fine with that if you're Nate Nordell.
Yeah, talked about how potentially roll yourself into a double play, and he did get the ground ball, but that was not tailor-made for a double play. And so now he's got 2 on with 1 out, and we'll see what Nordell can do to limit the damage.
It's the shortstop, Ethan Reeder, hitting with runners on first and second. Still just 1 out. Nordell takes a step off the back of the mound. Malera's on second. Lofberg's on first. No score. First pitch to Reader is a fastball at the knees, 0-1.
I do appreciate how Reader has a red helmet, which does fit the color scheme where you see the man on second. He's got a green helmet, kind of looking like with the Bay Area Admirals.
Rock Rudy.
Yeah.
No balls and a strike. Reader watches the pitch on the outside, 0-2.
Yeah, it did look like it was a bit outside, but Mr. Paul Remedios calling that a strike. Shout out to Paul Remedios and his son Anthony. Got to talk with him pregame. It was awesome.
Sun Devil legend.
Oh, yes. Whole
No-
9 legend.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nordell looks to second, now comes home. Slider down low, 1-2.
Yeah, the slider had a lot of break to it. It just broke outside the zone.
The Crawdads are in their traditional away uniforms, which is funny because they're the home team. Usually the home team gets the colors and the away team gets the grays. But the Crawdads are in gray with the red craw across the chest, white pants, black socks. As the 1-2 is just a little high and outside, 2-2. The Trojans come in red tops, white numbers, gray pants, and an assortment of helmets. Got a little variety.
Looks like the guy on the on-deck circle's got a navy blue helmet.
Uh-huh. The 2-2. Fastball inside, popped up. Nate Nordell comes off the mound to get it, but it's the first baseman Donnelly who makes the squeeze for the second out.
I mean, 2 outs, and both have been soft pop-ups in the infield, so he's getting some soft contact here.
Neither of the hits, Malera nor Lofberg, were hard hit.
No.
Malera just a little dink into left field, and Lofberg, a grounder, just kind of went to the right place on the right side.
Oh, we got a royal blue helmet on deck now. This is just the best part of the game so far, seeing what kind of helmets we're going to get.
Here's Dylan Brandenburg. First pitch to him is grounded to shortstop. Matt King fields the slow grounder, goes to second. Griffin Harrison covers for the third out. A pair of hits, but the Trojans strand a pair of runners. Will head to the bottom of the first inning. No score. Bottom half of the first inning, no score, and here's what the Crawdads lineup looks like. Casey Cummings, the center fielder, leads off. Brian Duroff in right field hits second. Congrats to Brian, just committed to the University of Charlotte, the 49ers. Joey Donnelly hits third place first base. Matt King, the shortstop, hits cleanup for Sam Gilliam, the DH, hitting fifth. Max Farfan at third with Griffin Harrison at second. Owen Firestone catching and hitting eighth. And Emmett Finney hits ninth against Tyler Pachetti.
Tyler Pachetti, yes. We talked about this on the pregame show. He is a recent high school graduate, and he is going to be going to, you guessed it, Skyline College.
I actually wasn't sure where he was going, but I'm
according to their roster on the internet.
Did I see he had an 8 perfect game grade?
That I believe so. I think that's what Kobe said.
That's not bad. Here's Casey Cummings, 340 average, 4 home runs, 8 runs batted in. Pachetti works from the stretch and delivers a first pitch fastball fouled off to the right. No balls and a strike.
Casey Cummings back in the leadoff spot. That's been held by Ryan Ellis for a while. Remember earlier in the season, Casey Cummings was in that leadoff spot, but back there today with Ryan Ellis coming in relief.
Pachetti works from the first base side of the slab, and the 0-1 is a slider off the outside and low, 1-1.
Yeah, I talked about how Brian Duroff just committed to Charlotte. Casey Cummings has been committed to Texas for a while now, a couple Chabot outfielders.
Here's the 1-1 to Cummings. Fastball comes in and hits him.
Who would have thought Casey Cummings getting hit by a pitch?
Last year it was we used to say death taxes Ryan Brome taking a walk. This year it is death taxes and Casey Cummings getting hit by a pitch. How many is that for him? 12?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he does crouch up on the plate a lot, but yeah, I mean, for him to get, I mean, hey, as a leadoff guy, you want to get on base, and that's the painful way of doing so, but it'll work.
Here's Brian Duroff, 279, home run, 12 runs batted in. The defense for the game prep Trojans. That was fun. From left to right, Jared Walsh, Gabe Malera, Derek Waldvogel in the outfield. First pitch to Duroff is off the outside. Cummings running for second. It's a high throw. Tags a little late, stays on though. And
No,
Cummings
he doesn't.
slid past the base, and he's out.
Yeah, Casey Cummings has some really good speed and might have had a little bit too much there as he overslid the bag. But you saw the pickoff at first, and you got control of the running game. Casey Cummings has some nice speed.
Jax Weissinger's at third with Ethan Reeder at shortstop. Dylan McKee at second. Braden Fitzgerald at first. Matthew Lofberg behind the plate. It's a 1-0 count to Duroff. Here he swings through a slider, 1-1.
Yeah, the newly minted 49er. I mean, in terms of college, 49er is a good mascot. I wouldn't say it's a good mascot for, any other sport or, league or anything. But, for college, hey, I'm good with it. I won't say go Niners or anything, but, you get the idea.
Who's your football team?
Oh, the Los Angeles Rams.
1-1. Little high. I'm already a fan of the Paul Remedios strike zone. If he stays consistent with it.
I'm just a fan of Paul Remedios.
Yeah?
I mean, he's my favorite ump by far. It's also the only ump I know.
2 balls and a strike to Duroff. Here he lines this one to the right side, foul, 2-2.
Got a 2-2 count here. Let's see what Brian Duroff can do. I mean, he's a solid player. That's why he's going to Charlotte. So, looking forward to this.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pachetti to Duroff. No score, bottom 1. Pachetti comes set and delivers. Curveball up high, 3-2.
High and a little inside, too. He's working inside today.
Duroff takes a step out of the righty batter's box. Now he's ready. Pachetti still taking a look. Now comes set at the belt. The 3-2. Slider, called strike 3 right at the top of the zone. First strikeout for Pachetti is the second out here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, Paul Remedios calling strikes here. And let's see what Joey Donnelly can do. He's in the 3-hole. He's not usually hitting in that spot.
Donnelly has been terrific once again this summer. 333 average, 2 home runs, 16 runs batted in. Last year started like this for Joey, then just went ice cold. First pitch to him here is off the outside and low, 1-0.
Talked about he's not normally in that 3 slot. That's usually occupied by Mr. Ryan Brome. No dreams today. Very disappointing.
Very disappointing. 1 ball, no strikes to Donnelly. He hits this one high, sky high to right field. Derek Waldvogel barely has to move. Now comes in, shading the sun, makes the catch for the 3rd out. Crawdads go down 1-2-3 with help by a caught stealing from Matthew Lofberg. We'll head to the top half of the 2nd inning, still no score. top half of the second inning. Still no score. Nate Nordell back out to his second inning of work. A very good first inning. He threw a first pitch strike to every batter. Always a recipe for success. Now he'll face Derek Waldvogel, Braden Fitzgerald, Jack Weisinger.
The all-name squad, man.
It is a very,
fascinating.
very good name squad. First pitch here is a fastball called a strike on the inside, 0-1. Derek Waldvogel.
Yeah, it's like Vogelbach, but it's Waldvogel.
But like backwards.
Yeah.
No balls and a strike. Righty to righty. Topper behind the plate, 0-2.
Yeah, Nordell had a lot of success in that first inning because he induced a lot of soft contact. He did give up 2 hits, but like we mentioned, those were softly hit balls. So if he could just keep that up, I mean, you'd like to see the strikeout stuff come here too, but he was relatively efficient in his first inning.
No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Nordell still without a strikeout today. Here's his 0-2. Slider just a little outside.
Apparently he did not go, and that's what Angela is saying over at the first base line.
Paul Remedios behind the plate. Angela Leary?
Neary,
Neary at first.
I believe.
1-2. Ground ball to short on 3 hops. Matt King scoops it up. Double clutch, throw to first in time.
Pop-ups and groundouts. That's what we are seeing right now for Mr. Nate Nordell, and he does have the strikeout stuff, but, I mean, so far earlier in this game, he hasn't really needed it yet.
Here's Braden Fitzgerald, the first baseman. I'm interested to see what Nate Nordell's leash is today, because there weren't many names written on the hot list.
I was thinking 3 innings, maybe 4 if he's rolling.
First pitch to Fitzgerald is a curveball that breaks into the strike zone for called strike 1.
And it's tough because we don't really have much of a sample size on Nate Nordell. He didn't pitch much at Sonoma State, so curious to see how long he can go today as a starter.
The 0-1. Fly ball to the right side, foul. Not only did he not pitch much at Sonoma State, he didn't pitch at all.
Yeah.
Total of 0 innings.
I pitched as much at Sonoma State as he did.
Very true. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nordell to Braden Fitzgerald, the first baseman, hitting 7th today. Here's the 0-2. Fastball on the outside corner, called strike 3.
There's your first strikeout of the day, and I mean, he held up on them, so good for Nordell. You know, you want to get those strikeouts going often and early.
He has 1 strikeout today. That's his first, but again, it's thrown first pitch strikes to every batter he's faced, something that me and Carson Mercier are huge fans of.
It's always nice when you can throw a pitch, you know, for a strike, especially early on in the count.
Jack Weisinger, first pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball, 0-1.
There's another first pitch strike there.
8 for 8. It's a big-time recipe for success.
Will he get through the whole lineup? With
0-1.
first pitch strikes.
Curveball on the outside, 0-2.
All right. He has started this count 0-2, and that's what he did in the last one, too. So he's pitching strikes early.
Nordell comes set with the 0-2. Curveball falls off the outer edge, 1-2.
Oh, that was not a strike. That was well outside the zone. But, hey, you can afford that when you start off on an 0-2 count.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, no score, top 2. Nordell to Weisinger. Here's the 1-2. Fastball, line drive, right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Brodroff cuts it off in the right field alley. Gets it in quickly to hold Weisinger to a 2-out single.
Might be the hardest hit ball so far in the game. Opposite field. Good hit.
Here's Jared Walsh, the 9th inning left fielder. Now we'll see. Can he go through the lineup one entire time with all first pitch strikes?
Jared Walsh, shorter than I expected.
He's not Jared Walsh.
He's not the Angels legend.
First pitch to him is a strike. Swung on, fouled back. 9 for 9.
That'll play.
Jared Walsh. Different from Jared Walsh.
2021 All-Star.
0-1, swung on and missed. A changeup, 0-2. This one much shorter, less facial hair.
Yep. Less talented.
Slightly. One of them's in the majors. One of them is in the CCL. The 0-2. Ground ball to short. Matt King on 3 hops will run it to the bag, and just in time, to retire Jack Weisinger to end the inning. A hit with 2 outs, but a strikeout for Nordell. We'll head bottom 2, still no score. Bottom 2, Dad's still scoreless in this one. Both teams still scoreless. No runs, 3 hits in 2 innings for the Trojans. Crawdads went down 1-2-3 in the first, and we'll send Matt King, Sam Gilliam, and Max Farfan to the dish.
Matt King only playing the first 5 innings, and Ryan Ellis will be coming in his place, batting cleanup, which we have not seen from Ryan Ellis so far this year.
Matt King, 289 average home runs, 6 batted in. First pitch is a ball. Or 16 batted in, excuse me. Very different from 6.
Yeah, you just put a 1 right in front of it, and all of a sudden looks a lot better.
Considering he didn't even play the first 2 weeks, 1-0 hit high to right field and deep, but well foul. 1-1.
And that's just a testament to guys like Ryan Ellis, Casey Cummings, and Ryan Brum. When you've got those guys hitting in front of you, it's really easy for a guy like Matt King to get some RBIs in this lineup.
A ball and a strike to King. Pachetti, the righty, cruised through 1 inning of work, hit Casey Cummings to lead off, but then he was thrown out trying to steal second. 1-1. Slider, good slider. Falls off the outside, swung on and missed. 1-2.
Yeah, a little bit of a swing and a miss from Matt King, but hey, he still got a 1-2 count, so let's see if he can bounce back.
The outfield defense is playing Matt King far too shallow. 1-2. Slider pounded through the left side past the dive of Weisinger and into left field. First hit for the Crawdads.
Yeah, shallow outfield kind of actually worked there. Got the ball a little faster, and now we got Sam Gilliam. What a walk-up song.
It's a good walk-up song. This is a team full of good walk-up songs.
It is.
There aren't too many misses on the team.
Unless you're Cole Fellows, who, great song, but
Not a good walk-up song.
No. California Dreamin'. Boy, do I have that stuck in my head or what.
Here's Sam Gilliam. 277, 3 home runs, 9 batted in. Pickoff move. King was about a half step off first.
I mean, Matt King, not really much of a threat to steal bases. He's got okay speed, but I don't see him stealing in this scenario.
No reason to. Lofberg showed his good arm in the first inning, throwing out Casey Cummings. First pitch to Gilly is off the outside, gets past the catcher Lofberg right on cue. King's going to move to second on the pass ball.
I mean, why steal second when you could just advance easily on a pass ball?
True.
That's a lot easier.
It is a lot easier. I was never a base stealer.
Really? That shocks me.
Yeah, as hard as that is to believe. But I moved up a lot on pass balls.
I think I could move up on a pass ball too. I would not be able to steal bases either. That does not seem like my
Now,
forte.
I did get thrown out once on a pass ball.
Oh, that is brutal.
All the way to the backstop.
Oh boy.
King, a big leadoff second. Now the 1-0 to Gilliam is topped off his shins. 1-1.
Wow. How did you get thrown out on pass?
It's like almost impressive, right?
Was it like a hard ricochet off the backstop?
No,
And
it was just a catcher with a good arm that I had a late read on and kind of jogged to second.
oh man, that is unfortunate.
That's why we were a bottom 5 team in California. The 1-1, Gilliam hits it high and deep to left field. He's got 3 homers this year. Make it 4, all 4 over the scoreboard.
That is the definition of a no-doubter right there. That left fielder did not move. He saw the ball hit, moved back maybe a step or two, He was like, I don't really need to go for that. Which, by the way, Sam Gilliam, when he hits bombs, just hits it over the scoreboard. It's insane.
4 for 4 in home runs over the scoreboard this year.
He's really provided some stability behind the plate. I mean, you've got 3 good catchers here, but it's clear that Sam Gilliam is the best one. And so to see him produce like this, it's nice to see.
Definitely the best offensively.
Yeah. Defensively, you've got a guy like Nico Budden, Owen Firestone.
I think Owen does a really good job behind the
Yeah,
plate.
he's got a nice arm. You're going to see that today too.
Here's Max Farfan, just a 176 average, 3 home runs, 10 batted in. First pitch to him is a slider just a little outside, 1-0.
Max Farfan, he does not have good numbers in the CCL, but his non-league numbers are very good. He's hitting over 300, hit a few bombs. So with a non-league game here, let's see if he could do something.
1-0. Fastball called a strike on the outside, 1-1.
Farf does have some real power, though. He had a couple bombs against the Humble Crabs, and so, yeah, I mean, he does have power, just maybe not as much contact as you'd like to see.
1-1. Slider called strike on the outside, 1-2.
Especially because Farfan's a guy who he definitely gets his reps in at third base, but when you're coming into postseason time, we'll see how many ABs he gets there.
2-0 Crawdads after the Sam Gilliam 2-run home run. Here it's 1-2 to Farfan. Here it comes. Slider swung on and missed. Second strikeout for Tyler Pichetti and a good bounce back for the first out of the second.
Yeah, Tyler Pichetti is rolling right now. I mean, besides the 2-run bomb, he was doing pretty good before that. So, yeah, like you said, a little bit of a bounce back.
Here's Mr. 707, Griffin Harrison. 344 league average for him. A home run, 6 batted in overall. First pitch slider to Harrison is just a little high and outside, 1-0.
Yeah, Griffin Harrison, I talked about him on the pregame show. I was able to interview him in the postgame. And, yeah, he's going to get a lot more ABs now with a guy like John Gassar away, and he's a utility guy. So, you know, we'll see what he could do.
1-0 to Harrison. Swung on and fouled off. Looked like a changeup from Pichetti, a ball and a strike.
And Harrison's been really good lately. He had a couple hits on Sunday, and then he had 3 hits on Saturday against the Admirals. And could have been a player of the game candidate, but Mr. Ryan Brome hit for the cycle that day.
1-1. Down low, 2-1. And then he won the player of the game the next day.
Yeah. And yeah, there was a game earlier in the season where he could have been player of the game too. I believe Casey Cummings got that one. But, yeah, he's been in the running a couple times. Nice to see him get one.
2-1 off the outside, 3-1.
But, man, this kid plays everywhere. Second, short, third, center field. Center field might be his best spot, honestly. But when you have Casey Cummings out there, it's tough to get some ABs.
3-1 fastball on the outside, 3-2. I've actually heard that his best spot is first base, which is funny because I think of him.
He hasn't played at first base at all so far in the summer.
Exactly. And I think of him, and the first thing I think about with his defense is his arm. I think first base is like wasting the arm a little bit.
Yeah, especially when you have Brome and Donnelly and who could play first base too.
3-2, slider swung on and missed. Back-to-back Ks for Tyler Pichetti. Set down 2 in a row after the home run by Sam Gilliam. And here's Owen Firestone.
Owen Firestone, catcher and relief pitcher. Pitched an inning in the last game, and he got the credit for the win. So he's been looking decent out of the bullpen.
I'm an Owen Firestone supporter on the mound. I think he's done a good job. First pitch to him here is a fastball off the inside, 1-0. 385 his average, no home runs, 2 batted in. He only has 3 league at-bats, all of them against Healdsburg, which is not a fun way to start your league season.
No, it is not.
1-0 to him here is a slider off the outside. Check swing. Did he go? No, says Angela Neary, 2-0.
Yeah, when you play Healdsburg, and I mean, play him again tomorrow. Don't know if he's going to be able to play in that one. Looks like it might be Nico Budden since he's not playing today, but good catcher.
2-0, slider swung on and missed. Good pitch from Pichetti, 2-1.
Yeah, and talked about Firestone out of the pen a little bit. And it's tough because he's just not really stretched out, but he gave you a solid inning last time on Sunday.
2-1, fastball chopped to third, foul. Over past Ryan Lovato, 2-2.
Lovato did not move on that one.
No.
That was a short chopper. I mean, he could have grounded that one if he wanted to, but he's just letting number 7 out there get it.
Deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs home in the inning. Owen Firestone, the 8th hitting catcher, At the dish, the 2-2. Slider staying alive is Firestone as he hits it back. We'll do it again.
Yeah, he's just looking for his pitch. He's just fouling a couple of these off and hoping that he gets one that he wants.
Pair of runs home in the inning for the Crawdads. Not on the board yet for the Trojans. 2-2 to Firestone. Down low with the fastball, 3-2.
This would be really good for Firestone to work his way back and get a walk here. Well, we'll see. I mean, the command's been a little off for Pichetti right now. Ball in the dirt, not looking too good on a 2-2 pitch.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Emmett Finney, the left fielder, waits on deck. Here's the 3-2. Fastball just off the outside, a little low. Ball 4.
I mean, I spoke it into existence. I basically manifested a walk for Owen Firestone. So
Pretty
good
much.
for
He
him.
should thank you for that.
He honestly should. It's nothing about his plate awareness, and it's all about my broadcasting. Talk about broadcaster jinx. That's the exact opposite of one.
Here's Emmett Finney. Looking to get it going. Just a 167 average, no home runs, and RBI. First pitch to Firestone is way off the outside, 1-0.
Oh, few balls in a row right now for Pichetti. Might be unraveling after that 2-run bomb.
Got a pair of strikeouts, but then fell behind to Firestone, wasn't able to get back. Here it's 1-0 to Finney. Here it comes. Fastball just a little high. No help from Paul Remedios either.
Nope, but I mean, look, with a 167 batting average, you want to see Emmett Finney get back on track and, you know, be a consistent hitter for the squad.
2-0. Slider swung on and missed, 2-1.
And I mean, Emmett Finney normally when he plays is in that 9 spot, so this is not unusual for him. But hey, he's got a runner on now and a couple outs. So
Emmett has big time pop. That was the scouting report on him all year. Firestone's back in on a pickoff move to first. I think this is a good time to start showing it.
yeah, this is the definition of a get-right game for a couple of these players.
2 balls and a strike. Finney's ahead in the count. Here's the 2-1. Slider on the inside, strike 2.
Especially because Finney's going to be playing the whole game. Like I talked about this in the pregame show. This could also be a get-right game for a guy like Tyson Pointer, but he's only playing the last 2 innings where Finney threw 9. Let's see what he could do in the whole time.
Here's the 2-2. Slider off the outside, ball 3.
He is really liking the outside and really low right now. And, I mean, Finney might work his way to a walk. I mean, I already said it before, and I'll say it again.
Firestone will be running on the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Defense pretty shallow in the outfield. Center fielder Malera is about halfway. 3-2. Slider hit high to right field. Shallow coming in is Waldvogel. He goes into a slide. He can't make the catch. He gets past him. Finney's around first, heading for second. They're going to send Firestone to the plate. Waldvogel's throw is going to be cut off by the first baseman, Fitzgerald. It's an RBI double from Emmett Finney. 3-0. The Crawdads lead.
Talked about how the outfield was shallow, but clearly wasn't shallow enough, and just not a great play there by the right fielder. He tried diving for it, but was unable to block it. It gets behind him, and then just the whole relay was not very strong. Not able to get the guy at plate. But hey, Casey Cummins on with runner on second. That's usually a good recipe for the Crawdads.
Here's Casey Cummings. Got hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Casey still only 8 at bats or 8 RBI this summer, with 4 home runs.
I guess that's a lot of solo bombs then.
A lot of solo shots. Finney on second with 2 outs. Here's the first pitch to Cummings. It's a fastball at the knees, 0-1.
I mean, I guess it makes sense considering he's normally hitting first or second. And, I mean, most of those RBIs are probably with Ryan out scoring, I'm sure.
See if he can drive in Emmett Finney here from second base as Pichetti steps off. Casey doesn't even move from the batter's box. He's so locked in right now. No balls and a strike. Finney on second. 3 runs home for Walnut Creek. Here's the 0-1. Slider just off the outside.
Yeah, and Casey Cummings took a few days off. Last game of Fieldsburg and the first couple games of the Bay Area. Played in the last game, so talked about him being locked in. He's just trying to get some ABs under his belt right now.
A ball and a strike to him. Pichetti comes home with the fastball off the outside, 2-1.
Gosh, he is loving that outside, isn't he? He was working inside in the first inning, but now he's working toward the outside.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Puchetti looks to second and comes home. Cummings hits it high and deep to left field, going back to the left fielder. Walsh twists and turns and makes the catch somehow to his forehand side. Crawdads score 3 runs on the home run by Sam Gilliam and the double by Emmett Finney, but they strand Finney at second. We'll head top of the 3rd inning, 3-0 the Crawdads lead. Top half of the 3rd inning, Dylan McKee, Gabe Malera, Matthew Lofberg, 1-2-3 in the lineup to hit against Nate Nordell, who has faced 9 batters, and my favorite stat of all time is thrown 9 first pitch strikes. Here is Dylan McKee. The first pitch to him is right down the middle.
And it looks like we have music back, which is just so funny because Carson Mercier is on music today. We sent him down and figured it out without him.
As we usually do. 0-1, curveball at the knees, strike 2.
I mean, we haven't had Carson the last few days, and things have been going fine. I mean,
Maybe better than...
I mean, who even needs Carson Mercier?
Here's Nordell with the 0-2. Curveball grounded to third. Max Farfan scoops, goes to the throwing hand to toss it over to first and retire. Dylan McKee, 5-3.
That's a really nice play for Farfan, especially because, you know, he's a little frustrated about how the bat's going offensively, but when you can make plays like that on defense, it helps your cause getting some ABs.
Here's Gabe Malera, 1 for 1 today. Max Farfan frustrated at his at-bats. Austin Oda frustrated about the call of that play. It's just not good. First pitch to Malera is up high.
I mean, don't worry about it. You sound so much better than me, so I make you look really good right now.
I'm just upset that that wasn't a first pitch strike. Here, it's a fly ball, left center field, pretty deep. Casey Cummings going back, circles up at the warning track. He will leap, and he takes it back in center field. Casey Cummings robs a home run for the second out of the third.
That is what a future Texas Longhorn looks like. That is just a very impressive play by Casey Cummings. We know how good of an athlete he is, and he was able to show it off with that vertical today.
What do you think the Casey Cummings vert read is?
Oh, I mean, I'd love to see him at like an NBA combine and see what the standing vert is. I mean, he might be able to get you like 30, 35 inches.
Here's Matthew Lofberg, who's 1 for 1 today. First pitch to him here is grounded to second. This should end the inning. Griffin Harrison scoops it on the carpet, throws to first, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Nate Nordell. We'll head to the bottom half of the third inning. Crawdads lead it 3-0. Bottom half of the third inning, 3-0 Crawdads lead. Brian Duroff, Joey Donnelly, and Matt King. 2-3-4 to hit for the Crawdads.
We just had Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO by our resident DJ Carson Mercier, and after a little bit of a rough patch, not knowing if the music was going to work, solid bounce back from Carson.
And he gets to down an otter pop.
I appreciate how he just didn't ask us if we wanted any. I would have loved to eat one during a broadcast.
Brian Duroff struck out looking in his first at-bat, swings through the first pitch, slider, 0-1. You know,
Otter Pot take?
otter pops, not as good as I remember them being.
Yeah, it's all nostalgia and not much flavor. But, I mean, they're not bad. I mean, for a nice hot summer day, it's good to have one.
0-1 fastball dips below the knees, 1-1.
You have a go-to flavor?
I don't know what it's called, but pink.
What would pink be?
Pink.
Yeah, that is a color. The grape one's actually solid. I've had that a couple times.
1-1 hit high and deep to left field towards the left field corner. Hooking, it's gone. Fair ball into left field. Called a home run by Paul Remedios. 4-0 Crawdads on Duroff's second home run of the summer.
Good call, Paul. And that first home run of the summer was against the Humble Crabs, where he was able to tie it up with a 3-run bomb. And it's nice to see him go yard again. We know he's got some good power. And, you know, hitting up in the lineup, hitting second. He sometimes hits down at 6, but, you know, Brent moved him up. He's playing the whole game, too. So look forward to having Duroff having a good game today.
I like good call, Paul.
Good call, Paul. Yeah, see, I intentionally did
I know you did. I like that.
Thank
I'm
you.
a big fan.
Good call, Paul.
He, that should be his name, because I like his strike zone a lot, actually. Here's
Yeah.
Joey Donnelly, who's 0 for 1. First pitch to him here, he's way high, 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, the ball hooked around the foul pole, and last time I checked, that counts as a home run, so good call, Paul.
Doing his thing. 1-0 Donnelly takes just below the knees. Good call, Paul, 2-0.
I mean, yeah, he just keeps on rolling. A 1-1 count. Oh,
2-0.
2-0. Oh, man, our Kobe Siegel messed up on the scoreboard. Oh, it's 3. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, don't
This-
do Kobe like that. 2-0 Donnelly pops this up left side, going over his left fielder wall, sprinting towards the line, but it's going to drop past the fence, 2-1.
I mean, look, I will criticize anyone on this broadcast, and I will certainly criticize my roommate Kobe Siegel. I mean, rough showing right there, but I know he'll bounce back. He's the best scorekeeper in the CCL.
Oh, easily. It's not even close, and that's not even like a joke by any means. Kobe's so good at what he does. It's the 2-1 to Donnelly. Grounded up the middle, going to a backhand dive is Dylan McKee, but it skirts past him into center field. 2 straight hits for the Dads.
I respect the effort from McKee, putting his body on the line, diving for the ball, just not enough. It would have been nice to see if he could have potentially stopped that ball from going to the outfield, but, I mean, still, it was going to be a hit anyways for Mr. Donnelly.
There is some action now in the Game Prep Trojans bullpen. It looks a little like poor man's Nick Proctor throwing.
Oh, poor man's. That's brutal.
First pitch to Matt King is down and away with a fastball 1-0. I mean, it's just like it's a definitely younger, skinnier version.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
a lot of pitchers in this league are a poor man's version when you think about it, because Nick Proctor's one of the better pitchers in this league.
1-0 to Matt King is high and tight, 2-0. Nick Proctor might be the best pitcher in this league.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, he's been great. He was great with Santa Barbara the last couple of years, acting as their closer. Only 1 earned run in the last 2 summers. That'll play.
2-0 to King. Liner towards the right side and into right field, the base hit. Not hit hard, but hit where nobody was.
Yeah, I talked about some of the soft contact earlier for the Trojans, and got an example right there for the Crawdads. But, you know, it doesn't matter how hard you hit the ball, as long as you hit it where they're not. Normally, that'll get you some hits.
Sam Gilliam in his last at-bat hit one where nobody is, and that's to left field over the scoreboard. He has hit 4 home runs this summer, and all of them are pretty much to the exact same place. Here batting with runners on first and second, a chance to really break this game open. First pitch to him. He's down and away, 1-0.
Yeah, he really likes that spot in left field. You know, he pulls the ball a little bit, but hey, when you got the power that Sam Gilliam does, it's nice to see him hit over the fence over that scoreboard.
1 ball, no strikes to Gilliam. Here's the pitch. Curveball breaks tight, 2-0.
Oh, now he's inside again. See, I feel like the thing about Pachetti here is that he's just a little bit wild on the sides. Like up and down, he's been pretty solid, but he goes inside, then he goes outside, and vice versa.
It's a full sidearm submarine motion in the pen now as Gilliam takes an off-speed pitch right down the heart. Watch this for the Trojans.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Some Tyler
That's
Rogers
full
action.
Tyler Rogers. That's full Kent to Colby down there.
Oh man, looking like Pat Neshek. I love it.
2 balls and a strike to Gilliam with 2 runners on. Here it comes. Slider comes in and hits him on the elbow. Bases loaded.
I mean, Gilliam doesn't crouch on the plate like Cummings does, so that's clearly an example of just not very good command for Pachetti. And now he's got bases loaded, and we got a mound visit here, so we will see if he stays in the game.
It's going to be a mound visit, and I think this is a good time for a look around the CCL. Can you open the CCL scoreboard?
Sure.
Do you need help?
No, I got you.
Okay,
I got
okay.
you. You just got to give me
This
some
look around
time.
the CCL is brought to you by American Stage Tours. American Stage Tours, small enough to care and large enough to compete.
And so we have one game so far, and it has not started yet. It's a 6 o'clock start time between the Bay Area Admirals and the Healdsburg Prune Packers. And that is the only game on right now, it looks like. I was joking. There is the Solano Mudcats versus the Humble Crabs at 7 p.m. at the Humble Crabs. I didn't see that one coming.
Oh, that's okay. I think that the Crawdads would love if the Admirals beat the Packers today.
You know what? That'd be helpful to
Shorten
make
the
some
deficit
crowd.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Right now the Crawdads 2.5 games behind the Packers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, swept the Admirals this weekend, but did not make up any ground.
Here's Max Farfan, the third baseman, 0 for 1, struck out in his first at-bat, hitting here with the bases loaded, and still no outs. A home run, a single, and a hit by pitch. Here's Farfan. First pitch to him here is an off-speed pitch that falls to the outside half of the plate, 0-1.
Yeah, we talked about he's a little frustrated in the box. This is a great time right here for him to break out with bases loaded, get some RBIs under his belt.
No balls and a strike to Farfan. Swings through a slider, 0-2.
And look, I mean, you got bases loaded, no outs. Clearly the manager has a lot of trust in Pachetti right here, hoping that he can at least, not get blown up in this inning per se, but, minimize the damage.
0-2. Farfan takes just a little low on a good slider, 1-2.
And look, if Pachetti wants to minimize the damage here, he's got to get a strikeout on Farfan right here. He's already up 1-2, and so he's got to get him out here and maybe hope for a double play later on.
Infield is playing back, so they'll trade 2 outs for a run. 1-2 is hit high and deep to left field. If it's fair, it's gone. It's gone. A grand slam for Max Farfan into the trees, about halfway up the trees in left field. 8-0 Crawdads.
Max Farfan dominates non-league games, and we see that here again today. And look, Sam Gilliam was looking like a good player of the game candidate with that home run, but Farfan puts his name into the equation with 1 home run and 4 RBI.
I can't think of any other grand slams this summer.
Didn't Gilliam hit one to walk it off? Wasn't that
It's
the
not
home
a
run?
grand slam.
It wasn't. Oh, it wasn't. I wasn't there for that game, so I didn't see.
Carson, have there been any other grand slams this summer? I feel like there has had to be one. Gilliam's walk-off was not a grand slam.
Okay, maybe he did hit another one though.
We'll check it. Here's the first pitch to Griffin Harrison. It's grounded to shortstop. Scooping it up is Ethan Reeder. He will throw on to first just in time to beat Griffin Harrison.
I mean, that Brian Duroff one against the Crabs was a 3-run bomb,
Mhm.
so it wasn't that one. Yeah, I don't know. Might have to ask our research assistant here, and we're hoping that's going to be either Kobe or Carson. We doubt either of them's going to look it up. So
Here's Owen Firestone. Firestone is 0 for 0 today. Walked in his first at bat, came around to score. First pitch to him here is right down the pipe with a fastball. 0-1.
Firestone sounds like a good tire company.
It does.
Firestone.
Here's the 0-1 to Owen. It's chopped to shortstop. Ethan Reeder on 2 hops. Goes down to get it. Throws on the run to first and retires Firestone. Back-to-back 6-3 putouts. And there's 2 down here in the third.
Yeah, it's a nice play there. And, look, after giving up the grand slam, getting out under your belt and Maybe Pichetti can get out of the inning here.
Here's Emmett Finney, who doubled in his last at-bat. Good to see from Finn. He's 1 for 1. First pitch to him here is right down the middle with the fastball. That's a good pitch, I think, for Emmett to attack.
Yeah.
Didn't.
He did not.
I think a lot of his power is to the pull side, so he wants to take advantage of those middle pitches. The 0-1 is in tight, 1-1.
We talked about before how he has good power. It's just we haven't really seen much of it so far this summer, and so that's why you're hoping a game like this could be one where he showcases that.
1-1. Fastball on the outside corner, 1-2. Maybe a little you're welcome call by Paul Remedios.
Yeah, it's a little generous, but hey, I mean, Paul wants to get out of the inning. I think we all do.
Here's the 1-2 to Finney. Slider just off the outside. Good pitch, good take by Finney, 2-2.
Yeah, he offered it a little bit, but he was able to pull back, and 2-2 count here.
2-2 to Finney. Fastball on the outside corner, called strike 3. It's the 4th strikeout for Tyler Pichetti, but he's through 3 innings, having given up 8 runs. 5 come home to score in the inning on 4 hits. Crawdads don't strand anyone. Max Farfan hits a grand slam. Brian Deroff hits a solo shot, and we'll head to the top of the 4th inning, 8-0 Crawdads.
Yeah.
Top half of the 4th inning. That was loud.
I said yes, and I didn't realize Austin was going to put it on already. But
when I asked, are you ready?
You made it sound like you didn't hear it.
First pitch to Nordell is off the outside with a slider, 1-0. Ethan Reeder, Dylan Brandenburg, and Derek Waldvogel.
But yeah, to answer your question, I am ready.
1-0 to Reeder is hit high to left field. That's on a line. Going over is the center fielder, Casey Cummings, but it drops in front of him for a leadoff single.
Yeah, it's going to be the first time that Nate Nordell go 4 innings, so you want to see some length out of him, especially because there's only 3 guys in the bullpen scheduled for Mr. Brant Cummings.
I think Nate Nordell. Nate Nordell would like to help this, but I think Brant Cummings would like to use as few pitchers as possible.
Yeah, he wants all hands on deck for tomorrow against Healdsburg.
Here's Dylan Brandenburg, who's 0 for 1, grounded into a fielder's choice to end the 1st inning. First pitch to him here is right on the outside for a called strike.
Talked about Jackson Howell is in the pen today. Got Austin Berggren and Cody Perry, so we'll see how many of those names show up.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good changeup. 0-2. Carson says I sound bored. Do you think I sound bored?
I think you sound wonderful.
Thank you. I think Carson always sounds bored.
At least he's honest about it.
Yeah. Come On Eileen is a great song. Here's the 0-2 from Nordell to Brandenburg. It's a curveball off the outside, 1-2. You know, there was a pitcher at Oregon that started the year last year on the team named Tommy Brandenburg. He pitched at Central Arizona this year and then is going to UW. But Mark Wasikowski compared him to Tim Lincecum. He was not. Here's the 1-2. Chopper to the left side. And I think, heading to Central Arizona after a 7 ERA at Oregon is pretty indicative that you're not Tim Lincecum.
Yeah, you said Mike Wasikowski?
Mark Wasikowski.
Oh, okay.
Which
sounds a
sounds
lot
little
like
too
Mike
much
Wazowski.
like Mike Wazowski.
Yeah.
Mark Wasikowski, who was at a Crawdads game.
Yes, I did see him. Him and the Berkeley head coach.
1-2. Fly ball to the right side. Sprinting over is the right fielder, Duroff. Gives it a look in foul territory, but it's into the Crawdads bullpen. We'll do 1-2 again. Yeah, Mark Wasikowski and Mike New.
Oh, so the other guy was named Mike.
Yeah.
Well, you were talking about Mike Wazowski, and I wasn't sure like who he was, but clearly you knew. Well, obviously I know who Mike Wazowski is, but I wasn't sure who that other dude was. And yeah, you were like, oh yeah, he's the Oregon head coach. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
It was cool. Nordell looking for a double play ball. His 1-2 is lined to center field. Casey Cummings sprinting in, now slows down, drifts back a little bit, and makes the grab for the first out.
I mean, if only Willie Bloomquist was at one of these games.
Yeah, it's so cool that Willie Bloomquist is the Arizona State coach.
It is cool. I mean, the results haven't come yet.
You were like fine this year. Like it was like an okay year.
The fall off was bad.
Fall off was brutal. Yeah, just a team with like zero pitching.
So true. Like the lineup, everyone's hitting 300, and everyone's in the Cape right now.
Yep.
And yeah, Christian Curtis and Ross Dunn did not do the job.
First pitch to Waldvogel is flared to right field. Duroff sprints towards the line, and he cannot make the play as he goes into the right field corner. Going to third is Ethan Reeder. The throw's going to come into the shortstop Harrison. It's cut off. It's a one-out double by Derek Waldvogel.
Yeah, Nate Nordell a little bit in trouble right now with runners on second and third, and he's a little bit in uncharted waters here going past 3 innings, but Brown's going to leave him out there. He's got an 8-run cushion, so let him go through it, and let's see if he can get out of this.
Here's Braden. Sorry, Carson's making fun of me, saying I need to be more excited. Here's Braden Fitzgerald, the first baseman. Fitzgerald, he's 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. Nordell looking to strike another one out. He steps off the mound.
I hope I sound excited according to Carson.
Oh, you sound great.
I do?
What if we
Wow.
just don't look at Carson?
I mean, that's the game that I always play, but, I mean, I'm willing to play it again today.
First pitch curveball, swung on and missed, blocked by Firestone. Here's the runner coming from the plate. The flip to Nordell. The tag is not in time. A run comes home to score, and it's 8-1.
Maybe a little bit of a firmer throw gets him there. I mean, I understand the toss, but if you just give him, I mean, you don't have to throw a missile per se, but if you could just, make it a little more firmer, maybe you have a closer play at the plate.
Yeah, it was a very, very soft toss, Nordell covering. And I think, I agree, I think if there was a firmer throw, the runner would have been out.
That's like the perfect throw for cornhole, not baseball.
Good pull. Here's the 0-1 to Fitzgerald. It's right down the middle. Fitzgerald barely moved, and it's 0-2.
Speaking of cornhole, I didn't watch much of it yesterday. I always love watching cornhole on ESPN on July 4th after the hot dog eating contest, of course, but didn't watch as much as I would have liked to.
0-2. Topper to the right side. Joey Donnelly's going to field it and take it to the bag. Coming home to score is Waldvogel, and it's 8-2.
Although I was talking about the hot dog eating contest, what a performance by Joey Chestnut. I mean, for a rain delay and then for him to down 62 hot dogs. And look, it's a little less than what he normally does, but you have to
understand. 72.
I think it was 62.
Okay, continue.
But normally he's high 60s, low 70s, sometimes even mid 70s. But I mean, again, with a rain delay, obviously it's going to affect his game, and he came out and he was ready to go.
First pitch, curveball to Jack Weisinger is topped up the middle. Matt King scoops it on the short hop, on the run, throws to first, and retires the side. A pair of runs come home to score on a pair of hits. No runners left on. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth, 8-2 the score. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel in the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment. Tell me all about him.
Can I do one of these NorCal Oaks reads? Because I've heard so much about them and their life skills and all. I just haven't been able to do one because
Yeah, I'll give you the
it's
next
only in the
one.
broadcast. Oh, I am so looking forward to it.
Do you think you could do it without the words in front of you?
No, it's way too long, and I have never done it before. Heck no.
I think you could try.
No, the buzzwords in there for me are life skills in baseball and softball. That's it. That's
And
all I
NorCal
know.
Oaks.
Oh no, well yeah, obviously. I get that one.
Casey Cummings leads off the bottom half of the fourth inning with the Crawdads leading 8-2. The first pitch to him from the side-slinging righty is on the outside for a strike. So Devin Costa is like all the way down low.
Yeah, not to be confused with Contra Costa, like the county. but
Correct.
Devin Costa, he is a sidewinder.
0-1,
Oh,
hit by pitch. 13 hit by pitches for Casey Cummings this summer. That one did not hurt at all. I mean, that was
that
like
is 70 miles per hour just in the tush. Maybe
No,
65.
I need a gun on this. Who's doing gun today? Oh, no gun for us. Oh, but I think Devin Costa's mom might be filming
How do you know that?
because I see someone filming,
Where? Oh.
and I don't think that's anyone in Brian's family.
Mm.
So now I'm like a sucker for things like that. I'm such a
You have a heart?
such a mama's boy.
Yeah, same here.
Here's Brian Duroff, homered in his last at bat, takes the first pitch just a little high, 1-0.
I like how we're standing up now. Oh, never mind. You
No,
just
I'm
sat down.
sitting.
Well, I'm going to stand up because I think this is something that broadcasters normally do. So, I mean, I do see the field a little bit better here because chairs are a little low.
Yeah, they are. 1-0. Duroff takes a changeup on the inside, 1-1. I would not want to hit this guy. I'll tell you that for sure.
I wouldn't really want to hit anyone just because I'm not very good at this whole baseball thing. Haven't played since T-ball, but definitely not this guy now.
1-1 comes in and hits Duroff.
Oh,
Big slider.
boy.
Again, that one did not hurt.
No, I mean, these are not hurting. It's just the command is just not there right now.
That'll bring up Joey the Moon Man, Donnelly.
He's coming in for Cummings.
Devin Costa.
Not Acosta, because you see the name Acosta a lot. I haven't seen the last name Costa, though. Just
Yeah,
straight Costa.
The broadcaster for the Anchors, the first pitch Donnelly, is called the strike at the letters, 0-1. The broadcaster for the Anchors, his last name is Costa.
Oh, any relation?
I don't know. You should ask.
I could find out. But, yeah, no, I mean, I guess if he was a broadcaster, you could call him a Broadcosta.
0-1. Cummings goes from second. There is going to be no throw to third as Cummings timed that one really well. Another steal for Casey Cummings. And now he is ahead of Joey Donnelly in the steals rankings this year. If I'm not
Are they 1 and 2
I
in the
believe
North?
so in the North. I believe so. Actually, this doesn't even count for the league steals. So I completely lied. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, Austin, how dare you
Yeah.
spread misinformation.
Here's the 1-1 to Donnelly. It's just a little low, 2-1.
But, yeah, we talked about Casey Cummings' speed a little bit when he overslid second base, and he was able to showcase that going to third on this little at-bat.
2 balls and a strike to Donnelly. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Looked like a changeup, 2-2.
Yeah, he's getting his command a little bit back now. He can hit a couple batters. Now he's got to bounce back with runners on first and third with no outs.
2-2 pitch from Costa to the lefty. Donnelly is swung on and missed. Good changeup for the first out of the fourth.
It's good for Costa to get that strikeout, and looks like you're going to have these middle infielders playing at double play depth so that if they can get that ground ball, might be able to get out of this inning with no runs.
Here's Matt King, a pair of singles for King today. Scored a pair of runs also. Here, runners on the corner, 1 out. Looks like Duroff might be timing up Costa to try to take second off of first. Here's the first pitch to King. No running from either of the runners. It's outside, 1-0.
Wouldn't shock me from Duroff. He's got decent speed. You don't necessarily see that in the steals numbers, but I mean, he hits up near the top of the lineup, and a big reason why he's got decent wheels.
1-0. King takes just a little high, 2-0.
Talked about how King has a couple runs scored. It's really easy when Sam Gilliam and Max Farfan are hitting right behind you, and got a couple bombs for those guys.
2 balls and no strikes. Costa to King. It's lined through the right side. That's another base hit for Matt King. A 3-for-3 day. Coming home to score is Cummings, and it's 9-2 Crawdads.
Yeah, I'm sitting down now. The standing up thing isn't working for me, but they do score a run here. And hey, if you're Costa, the silver lining is you could still get a double play with runner on first right now. So we'll see if he can get Sam Gilliam to roll one over.
And the guy that's pretty easily the slowest player on the team, Sam Gilliam at the dish. No disrespect to Gilly. He does a lot of things really
look,
well.
You're a catcher, right? You're expected to be the slowest guy on the team. So, yeah, no disrespect there. No shade.
He's faster than I am.
And me too.
Probably.
That's not saying anything.
Probably combined. Here's the first pitch to Gilliam. It's grounded to third and past third, but a foul ball.
Yeah, he got that ground ball. It's just not necessarily a fair ball per se, but hey, if he can get one like that, I mean, that was not really going to be able to get much of a double play, I don't think. It would have been a tough turn, but I mean, you mentioned how he's a little bit on the slower side, so not necessarily the most fleet of foot.
Does a lot of work behind the plate that makes up for it.
Yeah.
No balls and a strike to Gilliam, and he does a lot of good work at the plate that makes up for it. Here's Costa's 0-1. Comes in and hits him.
Oh.
3 hit by pitches this inning. Bases are loaded for Max Farfan.
Oh, man, he can really get himself a player of the game right here. Man, 3 hit by pitches in 1 inning by a relief pitcher. Have we ever seen something like this before?
I don't know. Can Max Farfan lock up player of the game right now if he hits his second grand slam in 2 innings?
I think so. I think with 2 home runs and 8 RBI, that should work for player of the game.
Yeah, if Ryan Brome ties the record for RBI in a game for the Crawdads, and then Max Farfan 2 days later is like, here's the first pitch to him. Farfan takes down low, 1-0.
Watch him break that record off of like 3 hits.
Yeah, just a pair of home runs and a single.
Yeah, 2 RBI single to get 10 RBI. That'd be incredible.
Got to get this one here to even have a chance at that. Here's Costa's 1-0. It's grounded to short, could be 2. On 2 hops, gets through the shortstop's legs and into center field. Coming home to score is Duroff. They're going to hold King at third. An E6. So no RBI, but a run comes home to score.
Could be 2, was none. Station to station, looks like me on the base pass out there. But hey, I mean, look, if you're the Crawdads, you don't need to risk getting thrown out home there. But, I mean, although if you did, I mean, it's the second out. Like, who cares at this point?
Here's Mr. 707, still 0 for 2 today. Griffin is one of 2 players on the Crawdads that hasn't reached, or the only player that hasn't reached base today. He takes the first pitch up high, 1-0. One of 3 players to not have a hit today.
Vacaville's finest, Mr. 707.
10-2 Crawdads. Here's the 1-0 to Harrison. Swung on and missed, 1-1.
And something tells me that'll change, considering that he is playing all 9 innings. And I was talking about how hot he's been so far these last few games. I will go out on a limb and say he gets on base in this game. That's not saying much, but I will say it.
Ball and a strike to Harrison. It swung through, 1-2.
Well, they might not do it on this at-bat, though. Down 1-2, we'll see.
Devin Costa.
You just like that name, don't you?
I do. This is one of my favorite names.
How does he spell Devin?
I actually don't know. I spelled it with an O. It's an I.
Really? Oh.
Swings and misses. Harrison does. It's the second strikeout for Costa. It's the second out of the inning. Bases are still loaded.
Wow, when you think of Devin, do you normally think of O before I?
No, but I've been around a Devin
Yeah.
with an O recently.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Devin Tessler.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Owen Firestone, one of the other players that doesn't have a hit today, but he reached base in his first at-bat on a walk. First pitch to him here is on the outside with a fastball, 0-1.
Yeah, I mean, look, he reached base. It might be nice for him to get his first hit here with bases loaded. 2 outs, though, so tough situation.
0-1. Firestone chops it to the left side. Foul, 0-2.
mean, Costa can avenge himself a little bit here with those 3 hit by batters. If he just gets out of it here, it could be good.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Costa already sitting at 2 strikeouts in the inning, looking for his 3rd to strand the bases loaded. Here's the 0-2. Chopper to short. On 3 hops, it's Ethan Reeder that scoops the short hop and throws to first to retire Firestone 6-3. But the Crawdads score a pair on 1 hit, an error. They strand 3 runners. We'll head to the top half of the 5th inning. It is 10-2 Crawdads.
This call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. The NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel in the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment. That is a mouthful right there. I do some reads for the post-game show, normally some Meadowlark Dairy and DVY cards and collectibles, but actually, no, I don't do the Meadowlark Dairy one. I do the American Stage Tours. Those are much shorter, though. So
Yeah, no, this one is long.
I do appreciate those, yeah.
Who's the new pitcher?
It's Jackson Howell, and Jackson Howell, he is a fun guy. He could walk some guys, but he can also strike some guys out. I mean, I remember his first outing, he walked 3, and then he struck out 3, so he's got good stuff. It's just he doesn't really know where he's going with it sometimes, and so, if he can control the command, he could be a real good pitcher.
Call him Mushroom the way he's a fun guy.
Oh, man, your puns are incredible.
Howell facing 9-1-2 Jared Walsh, the left fielder, takes the first pitch fastball up high. Final line on Nate Nordell. In line for the win is Nordell. 4 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. Both of them were earned. A strikeout. How many walks? 0.
That's what you like to see.
I love it. Here's the 1-0. Line to the left side. That's foul. 1-1.
Andy Mack loves it, too.
Andy Mack, known lover of baseball.
Known walk hater.
Big time walk hater. 1 ball, 1 strike. Howell works from the windup out of St. Mary's College, one of 3 Gales on this team. The 1-1 is a good changeup right down the middle, 1-2.
But correct me if I'm wrong, he is the only Gale returning. Because you've got Ellis, who's in the portal.
Correct.
And you've got Spolero, who's going to
I don't
Casa Grande, Arizona.
Central Arizona Community College?
Casa Grande.
Really?
Yes, sir.
1-2, fastball up high, 2-2.
Casa Grande, weird name. Should be Grande.
I was just
it
going to
ends
say,
in an E,
I live on Casa Grande Court without giving up too much of my information.
Oh, you're not going to give us the numbers?
No.
Oh,
but we
boo.
pronounce it Grande.
Okay, yeah. Because I do live in Arizona, and they do call it Grande.
2-2, changeup, got him swinging. Good changeup from Jackson Howell. First strikeout for Howell, first out of the 5th.
Although I will say Arizona pronunciations are a little weird. They do call it Prescott instead of Prescott.
What?
You know Prescott, Arizona? They call it Prescott.
Prescott?
I kid you
Like-
not.
Biscuit?
Yeah, like not like Dak Prescott.
That's so weird.
I'm just telling you, I'm just the messenger here.
Here's Dylan McKee, who's 0 for 2. First pitch from Howell is a fastball grounded up the middle. That's a base hit. Spins Howell around. It's the 6th hit of the day for the Trojans. First hit in the 5th.
Watch out. That is a hard hit ball. And yeah, spinning around like a record there. Jackson Howell. Tough play.
Did you know Oregon is pretty famous for really just like stealing city names from other states?
Okay.
Portland,
Portland, Maine.
Salem.
Salem also in New England, right?
Yeah. First pitch to Gabe Malera is up.
Salem,
1-0.
Massachusetts?
Believe so.
Oh, the witch hunt trials.
Yep.
How can you forget?
There's a Milwaukee, Oregon.
Oh, gosh.
What one was I thinking about earlier today? Of course, you have Springfield, which there's a lot of Springfields.
Yeah.
The 1-0 to Malera is a curveball up high, 2-0. What one was I thinking about earlier? Saginaw. There's a Saginaw, Oregon. Just like Saginaw, Michigan, home of Draymond Green.
Yeah. I mean, when you're the home of Darvin Ham.
Really?
Yes. Darvin Ham, the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. Carson just gave you a who. You mean the man who took the Los Angeles Lakers to the conference finals? We don't have to talk about what happened in those conference finals, but they did get there.
2-0. Malera takes up and away, 3-0.
As a 7 seed, might I add, and they beat some team up north, some like Golden State Warriors squad that was a 6 seed, and very unfortunate for the people up here.
3-0. Fastball is snapped on the outside corner, 3-1.
I will say though, LA does own the Bay Area when it comes to sports in the postseason the last couple of years. I mean, obviously you got the Rams and the Niners, you got Dodgers and Giants, and hey, now Lakers and Warriors. I ain't complaining.
When was the last Dodgers World Series? That's what I thought.
2020.
Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss on a fastball, 3-2. When was the last real Dodgers World Series?
Oh,
That's what I
you were
thought.
one of those people. Oh boy.
2020 was a Mickey Mouse season.
Oh man, now you sound like Carson Mercier. Talk
There's
about
worse
Mickey
people I could
Mouse.
sound like.
Yeah, it's a tough comp. That's a brutal comp when you're compared to Carson Mercier.
Howell's worked his way back from 3-0. Here's the 3-2. It is just off the outside, ball 4.
That was a long is.
Yeah.
It's like you're harmonizing.
Yeah. Here's the third hitter, Matthew Lofberg. Lofberg has seen 2 pitches today. He swung at both of them. He is 1 for 2.
It's not Wahlberg, it's Wolfberg.
True. It is not Wahlberg. It's also not Mark.
No. I'm just saying it sounds similar, but it's not.
First pitch here is up and away, 1-0. Nor is it Giants third base coach Mark Hallberg.
Wow. You know your third base coach's name?
Yeah. I think I know your third base, the Diamondbacks third base coach's name. Or at least one of the base coaches. This is a name for Mac. After this pitch, here's the 1-0. It is fly to the left side, foul, 1-1. Diamondbacks, I think first base coach is Tony Perez Chica, whose daughter plays for Arizona softball.
Oh, that must be so unfortunate.
I was right. He was the third base coach. I said third base coach. Dave McKay is the first base coach.
Gosh.
I don't want to repeat that part on air, Andy. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. To the cleanup hitting shorts. No, the third hitting third baseman. No, third hitting catcher. Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg, yeah.
Here's the 1-1 from Howell. He looks to second now, comes home. It's a stop and a start from second, and the pitch is up high, 2-1.
So you said the third base coach, his daughter plays for Arizona softball?
Correct.
Man, she's got to live in Tucson. That is so unfortunate. The dirty T, as some of my friends call it. But you know what they say about Tucson?
They spell it wrong?
No, I just can't say it on air. It's too colorful for our airwaves here.
I agree. Here's the 2-1 to Lofberg. It is crushed to right center field. Going back into his left is Casey Cummings. He will make the catch in the right center field alleyway for the second out.
The clean version is that it's where Saiyan, that's his go-to vacation spot during the summer in Tucson because, you know, it's hot and no one wants to be there at all. It's just, oof, brutal.
I don't want to be in Tucson. I have spent time in Tucson. Any time in Tucson is too much time in Tucson.
Honestly. I mean, to be fair, I don't want to be in Arizona right now anyways.
I don't really want to be in Arizona ever. Arizona might be one of his favorite states in the world.
Oh, come on. That is brutal. As a man who has come to appreciate Arizona, that is just rude.
Here's Ethan Reeder, who's 1 for 2 today. Popped out and singled. First pitch to him here is a slider off the outside. Good stop by Firestone. 1-0.
Arizona is beautiful in the winter. That's all I'll say.
Great. Happy for you.
It's good in basically every other season except summer. Summer is terrible. Oh, gosh, I don't want to be there right now.
Yeah, I went in late May. That sucked.
Yeah, but that's not even much compared to now.
1-0 fastball on the outside, 1-1. What's the weather in Arizona right now?
Yeah, it's hot. I'm double checking for you.
Because the weather in Eugene
my
gets-
guess is going to be it's probably 113. That's my guess. No, it's only 109.
Oh,
So,
goody. A cool day.
Yeah, it'll be 113 on Thursday,
Howell's 1-1. Way up high, 2-1.
which I guess Thursday is tomorrow. Man, my schedule.
My internal clock is just
It's all messed up
gone.
because we had 2 off days, which I'm not complaining about. If I got more off days, I would take them. But I'm just saying, starting on a Wednesday, it caught me off guard a little bit.
personally, I hate off days.
Really?
I hate them
Why?
so much. 2-1 is swung on and missed. Good fastball, 2-2. I hate off days because I feel so, like, worthless. It's just like, what am I doing with my life?
Oh, don't say that about yourself. You're not worthless. You're worth like $5. But that's a number. That means something.
Thanks.
Yes, I got you.
I love having a monetary value assigned to me.
Maybe more than $5.
Here's the 2-2.
Oh,
Fastball high and tight, 3-2.
yeah, you're worth more than a Subway sandwich. But yeah, I mean, headhunting there for Jackson Howell. I mean, yeah, command we talked about how it's a little off, and yeah, he almost nailed a dude with a fastball. That would have been brutal.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners will be going with the pitch. Dylan Brandenburg waits on deck, but here it's Ethan Reeder. Howell. The 3-2, runners go. Fastball up high, ball 4. Second walk for Jackson Howell.
Jackson Howell just likes to make things difficult for himself. I mean, he got 2 outs already. Didn't have to get to this point, but base is loaded now. Although, hey, you're up 8. Yeah, I think you'll be fine. You all right, pal?
Tired. Got some yawns in. I felt the highs of the caffeine in the car ride today. Now I'm feeling the lows.
You a coffee guy?
I'm a coffee.
Oh,
I drink coffee to enjoy, not for like the not usually for the caffeine.
Okay.
Dylan Brandenburg takes the first pitch off the outside, 1-0. Brandenburg's 0 for 2 today. You know, whenever I'm in the vicinity of a Phil's, I'll go to a Phil's.
You energy drink at all?
Not really.
Me neither. I just don't caffeinate. I am pure energy.
Yeah, you are. Here's the 1-0. Tight. 2-0.
I usually start off my day with chocolate milk. That's usually a go-to for
You
me.
love some good chocolate milk.
I do, yeah. It's a solid way to start off. Chocolate milk and a bagel. Oh, there's not much better than that.
Do they have that at your host family?
Oh, we've got so many bagels. We've got like 4 packs of bagels just in the outside fridge. It's kind of amazing.
Howell's 2-0 pitch. Chopper to second. Griffin Harrison on the broken back grounder will throw to first and retire at the side. Howell strands the bases loaded, walks 2, allows a hit. We'll head bottom 5. 10-2, Crawdads lead. Bottom half of the 5th inning. Emmett Finney leads off. He'll be followed by Casey Cummings and Brian Duroff. Emmett is 1 for 2 today. Doubled, drove in a run, struck out looking his last at bat. It's here in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch to him is a fastball on the outside, 0-1.
Yeah, rough outing, or rough inning, I should say, for Mr. Costa in the last one. We'll see how Wild Thing could do here. But, yeah, I mean, a little bit of bounce back would be nice for the young man.
0-1, tap to the left side, 0-2.
I'm actually very curious to see where Devin Costa goes to school. I'm probably Skyline.
Skyline.
But I'm just checking.
Let me guess. Skyline.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Here's the 0-2 to Finney. Slider, flip to the right side, foul.
Still searching. It's going to take me a while because I lost it. Getting back here. The Trojans.
You know, you could just look up Devin Costa baseball.
No, that's too much work. I want to go to the roster.
0-2 up high, 1-2.
I'm getting there. See, the problem now is that the sun's coming in, so the glare is really affecting me right now.
It's the 1-2 to Finney. Swung on and missed. Fastball got it by him.
Casey Cummings back up for the last time in this game, so we'll see if he can make an impact in his last AB, as Cole Fellows should be following him.
I've been told by E.J. McGrew that the fastball is 69 to 71 miles an hour.
Nice.
Here's Casey Cummings. 0 for 1 today, but has reached on 2 hit by pitches. Watches the first pitch slider off the outside, 1-0. That is slow.
For your fastball?
And yes, he's throwing, you know, with the submarine, but man. 1-0. Fouled straight back, 1-1.
Yep, Devin Costa goes to Skyline.
How was he this year?
Oh, I don't know. I'm looking at the roster.
Oh.
It doesn't have stats on there. I could pull
Probably
that up too.
click on the player.
Well, although I don't know, because it says Devin Costa, left-handed pitcher, and last time I checked, he's throwing righty.
1-1 is skied to center field. Going back is the center fielder, Gabe Malera. Loses the hat, but makes the catch for the second out. Well, I have a feeling it's the same guy.
I mean, yeah, probably. I found his Max Preps page. Not much there. So, I don't know.
Or maybe maybe he's
a lefty, but
ambidextrous.
no, I'm saying maybe he's a lefty, but since it's summer ball, he's trying out his right arm, and he's.
That would be kind of cool.
But imagine like your non-dominant arm, and you're just like, yeah, let me try going sidewinder on this one.
That would be kind of cool. I'm not even gonna lie.
I hope that's the case.
Here's Brian Duroff, homered in the 3rd inning as part of a 1 for 2 day to this point. First pitch he sees is off the outside, 1-0.
Hopefully that's the case, and not because he's bad at baseball.
Right.
That would be really unfortunate for his cause.
He has set down the first 2 batters in a row here.
He does. He has bounced back.
1-0 to Duroff is fly to right center. Going back is the right fielder, Derek Waldvogel, who makes the catch in the alleyway for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning for the Crawdads. Second time they've done so today. We'll head top 6. 10-2, the Crawdads lead. Derek Waldvogel. Waldvogel leads off the top of the 6th inning. It's a first pitch from Jackson Howell. It's way outside, 1-0. After seeing, 71 miles an hour on a fastball, this looks so much faster.
Yeah, do we have a number on this,
Can ask
roughly?
EJ after the inning. Howell steps off. Or you could just, scream it right now.
Yeah, on the broadcast, I'm sure our listeners would love to hear our voices scream.
Here's the 1-0. Up and away with the fastball, 2-0. Some changes for the Dads. Tyson Pointer's in left field. He replaces Joey Donnelly in the lineup. Cole Fellows replaces Casey Cummings. He's in center field. Ryan Ellis will take Matt King's spot. He's at second base. Griffin Harrison moves from second to short. 2-0 to Waldvogel is hit high to right center field. Brian DeRoff going into right center field, and he will drop the ball in right center, an E9.
Yeah, he talked about some of the changes, and we were talking about player of the games earlier, and I think it's going to be easy for a guy like Farfan to get it, especially because he's playing all 9 innings. Like, imagine if you're Casey Cummings and you're looking really good, and then you just get pulled, and all of a sudden your player of the game, might become a little more non-existent. Not that I don't know, what did he do today?
0 for 1? 0 for 2?
Yeah, that's not player of the game worthy.
No.
No offense to Casey. He did make a great play in center field, though, so he does have that on his resume.
Here's Braden Fitzgerald, the first baseman. Jackson Howell looks in. First pitch to Fitzgerald is a fastball on the outside. 0-1.
First pitch strike looking like Nate Nordell.
Looks a little different than Nate Nordell.
No, I'm just saying first pitch strikes. I mean, he's getting those.
I know. Take a joke.
Oh, man. I appreciate your jokes, Austin.
I know. 0-1. Fastball tapped back to Jackson Howell. Goes to a leap to get it. Looks to second, but instead just goes to first. Would have had, I think, a pretty easy throw to second, but gets the sure out.
PFP.
Okay, Carson.
That's it, just PFP. Good play by Howell. Like you said, he could have gone the second on that, get the lead runner, but, hey, it's good that he at least got one out.
Here's Jack Weisinger. Now, there's a player on the Lincoln Potters named Chase Weissenborn.
Not the same.
No, first pitch to Weisinger is a fastball on the outside, 0-1.
That one looked a little low, but, I mean, hey, Paul's calling strikes. I respect it.
Good call, Paul. There's also there was a player last year on, I believe, the Saints, the Arroyo Seco Saints, named Max Blessinger, who's not the guy hitting right now. That's Jack Weisinger. 0-1 from Howell is a good changeup on the inside, 0-2.
Talk about the 2022 Arroyo Seco Saints. I mean, didn't make the playoffs, but got some great coverage by Sean Brennan. Shout out, my roommate, working with the CCL right now. And, hey, speaking of the CCL, put the Crawdads #1 in the power rankings.
And deservedly so. Hottest team in the CCL, in my humble opinion. The 0-2. Slider down low. Good block by Firestone. Crawdads have lost 1 game in 20 days. More than that. Since June 11th, have lost 1 game.
Especially because, I mean, yeah, you take 2 or 3 from Healdsburg, and then you sweep the Admirals. Like, yeah, I think it's fair to put the Crawdads #1. But they are still 2.5 games back, so they got some work to do.
Here's Howell's 1-2. Fastball got him swinging. Just blew it past him. Little challenge pitch. Second strikeout for Jackson Howell.
Yeah, in the second inning of work, he's already got 2 outs, and hopefully he can strand the runner at second. That is what he is certainly hoping for.
Here's Jared Walsh, who's 0 for 2 today, the left-handed hitting left fielder. Runner on second, 2 outs. Howell to Walsh. First pitch on the outside with the changeup, 0-1.
Do we have a height on this kid? I'm thinking like 5'8". He's like Ryan Ellis.
A little bit. We got a little Ryan Ellis in him. High socks.
Same height, less game. But yeah, I mean, he's Ryan Ellis, like a Walmart Ryan Ellis.
No balls, 1 strike. Walmart Ryan Ellis is crazy. 0-1 off the outside and high, 1-1. Walmart Ryan Ellis is wild.
Am I wrong? Yes. In what sense? Tell me how I'm wrong, Kobe.
Here's the 1-1 to
Walmart's not good.
Walsh. It's up and away, 2-1.
People over here saying that Walmart is good. It's not that good. It's all right.
You're not a Walmart supporter.
No.
2 balls and a strike from Howell to Jared Walsh. Not to be confused with Jacob Walsh, Doc first baseman. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Good changeup. 2-2.
Are you a Walmart fan?
I'm I'm neutral. Like, it does its job sometimes.
It's all right. I mean, it's not my go-to market, but
I like Winco. Have you been to Winco?
I have not. How is that?
Winco's good.
Good.
Winco's also open 24/7.
Oh, that's helpful.
2-2 from Howell. Fastball got him swinging. Back-to-back Ks for Jackson Howell. And we'll add to the bottom of the 6th. 10-2, Crawdads lead. Tyson Pointer leads off here in the bottom of the 6th. So Joey Donnelly's day is over after a 1-for-3 day. Pointer, a 203 average, 2 home runs, 11 runs batted in. I think this is a good get-right game. First pitch he sees is on the outside with a fastball, 0-1.
Yeah, he's only going to have a couple at-bats since he's coming in, but he's had some good swings recently, and we'll see if he can continue that.
Yeah, I think the swings have been good, even when the results aren't.
Got a double on Sunday. That helps. Probably put the average over 200.
No balls and a strike. Pointer hits this one high to the right side, but foul.
Yeah, he's straddling that Mendoza line, but hey, I mean, look, he's got good power. Be nice to see him put it, over the fence, showcase some of that. But I mean, you want to just see the consistent contact for sure.
Here's the 0-2 to Pointer. High fly ball, center field shallow. Coming in is Gabe Malera to make the catch for the first out.
That will not do it. But speaking of consistent contact, Ryan Ellis coming up to the plate. He is an on-base machine.
Did you know Ryan Ellis has a hit in all but 2 games this summer?
I did.
My bad.
No, it's fine. I threw that into one of my articles.
I think he also has multiple hits in 14 games this summer,
Something,
including 6 straight at one
I
point.
think when I was writing the Healdsburg article on Thursday last week, it was something like he had multiple hits in 10 of his last 11 games.
First pitch to him here is a changeup at the knees, 0-1. Ellis, a 426 average. That's not a joke. 3 home runs, 12 runs batted in, has been maybe the best player in the CCL.
Oh, yeah, he's certainly a candidate for sure. I mean, yeah, those are video game numbers right there.
Hitting out of the leadoff spot with 12 runs batted in, 0-1 off the outside, 1-1.
And 3 home runs, that's a lot for a guy that's 5'6".
Still yet to hit one in league play, but they'll come.
Yeah.
Does have a good amount of power. Here's the 1-1 to Ellis. It's popped up left side, foul, 1-2.
I see a man in a Sun Devils shirt over here to my right. I got a lot of respect for that. Go Devils.
Should tell him.
Yeah, I'm not going to yell at him. I'm on a broadcast right now. I'm a professional, but, maybe afterward.
Ball and 2 strikes to Ellis. He flies this one to the left side. Same spot, foul. We'll do it again.
Would be nice if we had some Sun Devils in this game. We got Bronson Balholm for the Solano Mudcats.
He's having a good year.
Yeah, he's a good catcher. I mean, he's behind Ryan Campos, who's one of the best catchers in college baseball. But, yeah, he's solid. You got a couple down south. You've got Will Rogers and Blake Pivaroff for the Foresters. Ooh, couple of fun names if you're a Sun Devil fan.
Ellis lines this one up the middle. That's a base hit. Another game, another hit for Ryan Ellis. He is 1 for 1. The cleanup spot today is 4 for 4 with 4 singles. Call it Wendy's.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're Ryan Ellis is only going to get like 2, maybe 3 at-bats today, and he still gets a hit. I mean, it doesn't shock me.
2-6-1 runs, hits, errors for the Trojans. 10-9-1 for the Crawdads. Here's Sam Gilliam, who has reached base 3 times, a 2-run homer, 2 hit by pitches. Getting that OBP up. First pitch to him here is chopped to the left side, foul. Not a guy that takes a ton of walks, so the hit by pitches will help.
Yeah, I mean, it hurts, though. That is brutal.
I don't
hit by pitches.
I don't think the last one hurt.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But still, I mean, I wouldn't want to be hit by a pitch. Although that would be the way I would get on if I were to play baseball.
Oh, 1-2.
Oh!
Gets him in right in the back. 3 hit by pitches for Sam Gilliam.
Ouch. Yeah.
Talking about raising that OBP.
Oof. Yeah, I mean, look, like you said, it does raise the OBP. And it feels good to be on first base, but maybe not in that way. That is tough.
Here's Max Farfan, a grand slam back in the 3rd inning. Hit with the bases loaded in the last inning and hit a chopper up the middle that the shortstop, Ethan Reeder, just couldn't field. Here with 2 runners on. So, correct me if I'm wrong. He only has 4 RBI today, correct?
Who, Farf?
Yeah.
Nah, he's got 5.
Oh, they gave him an RBI in the last one. Maybe assuming the run would have scored either way.
You could talk to Kobe about that. He's the one who put that in.
He'll take the RBI. So 5 batted in for Farfan today. Chance to make it 8 in this at-bat. First pitch just off the outside, 1-0. Good call. Paul doing his work behind the plate.
Yes, sir. And look, Farfan hitting 6 in this Crawdads lineup. You got some good hitters in front of you, and he's able to have 5 RBI so far. Let's see if he can add on to that total.
It's the 1-0 to Farfan. Curveball drops right to the middle of the plate, 1-1.
Got a couple strikes here, or I guess it's only 1 strike now, but yeah, let's. Paul's calling some strikes, so I do respect that.
Ball and a strike to Farfan. Ellis on second, Gilliam on first. Farfan takes at the knees on the outside, 1-2.
Yep, there's another strike there, and let's see here. He's got what, 2 on, 1 out. Could do some damage here. Get some. Like I said, he's been crushing the non-league, so let's see if he can add on.
There's some very light throwing in the Trojan bullpen. 1-2, comes in and hits him.
That one probably didn't hurt as much. The one to Gilliam just nailed him straight in the back, but that one seemed a little softer. But yeah, this command not going too well right now.
5th hit by pitch of the game for Devin Costa.
Yeah, you gotta put some ice on that later.
It's the Costa throwing from that funky slot.
Yeah, and who even knows if he's a righty? I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Here's Mr. 707, Griffin Harrison, 0 for 3 today. It's not a bad time for his first hit of the day.
Ew.
First pitch to him is down and in, 1-0.
Yeah, and look, the Crawdads are going to need a guy like Griffin Harrison to keep up what he's been doing. He really adds some depth to this lineup. I mean, he's a really good player, and he's hitting 7th. That's higher than what he normally hits.
1 ball, no strikes. Harrison hits it high to center field, pretty deep. Going back, turning around is Gabe Malera, and he doesn't see it. It is off the bottom of the wall on a hop. 1 run comes home to score. Gilliam is going to be waved around third. The throw's going to come in from the cutoff man, the shortstop. It's a perfect throw. Gilliam's out at the plate.
Yeah.
So an RBI single, a run comes home to score, and it's 11-2.
Yeah, we talked about how Gilliam is not necessarily the most fleet of foot. Don't know why Rilo sent him there, but again, who cares? It's a 11-2 ball game, and yeah, you can try to score some runs, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm not going to place any blame for that one on Sam Gilliam. I have no idea
Why Rilo was
why Gilliam was
wheeling
sent
it,
around
yeah.
third there. So there's 2 outs now. Here's Owen Firestone, the catcher. 2 outs. Firestone 0 for 2 today. Pickoff move, but back in at second is Max Farfan. So now, Firestone, one of just 2 players to not have a hit today. Casey Cummings was already replaced, so he won't get a hit today.
Something tells me Casey Cummings will be just fine.
First pitch to Firestone is off the inside, 1-0.
Doesn't help when you get hit with your first pitch, too. So when you have limited ABs and one of them's taken away because you got nailed by a pitch.
2 of them taken away. 2 hit by pitches for Casey.
That's right, yeah.
1-0 to Owen is down and away with a changeup, 2-0.
Dang, so he's got 2 hit by pitches and Gilliam's got
3.
3. That's where most of the hit by pitches come from.
Duroff has 1. Yeah. Farfan has 1.
So 7
Total.
hit by pitches and then 5 from Costa.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hit by pitches.
And we are in the 6th inning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2-1 to Firestone is line drive, base hit right field, and that's going to get cut off by the right fielder, Waldvogel. Coming in to score is Farfan. Moving over to third is Harrison. It's an RBI knock for Owen Firestone, and the Crawdads are leading by 10.
Good timing for Firestone to get his first hit of the game. Scores a runner. And, yeah, I mean, you still got runners on first and third. 2 outs. A little bit of a 2-out rally here, if you will.
Here's Emmett Finney. Hey, I think this is a good spot for Emmett Finney to hit his first home run of the summer, don't you?
Yeah, honestly, anytime would be a great spot for him to hit his first home run of the summer, but especially now.
He's got a hit and 3 at-bats today. First pitch to him is chopped to the right side slowly. Over to get his Dylan McKee. Throws to first, just in time to get Finney. Crawdads tack on 2 more. It looked like they could have had more at some point, but just a wild, wild inning. A pair of hit by pitches, a trio of singles, and we'll head to the top half of the 7th. 12-2, the Crawdads lead. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel at the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment. New pitcher is Austin Bergeron, the big righty out of the University of Nebraska. He's had a solid summer, leads the Crawdads in league innings pitched, also in up there in strikeouts for the Crawdads. And I will welcome back, maybe. Are you coming? My friend, broadcast partner, Santa Barbara City College legend,
I'm a vaquero, and thank you for having me back on the broadcast.
Carson Mercier.
It's been a minute.
It was a great 6 innings without you. It was a great 2 days without you. But here you are.
I'm back.
Nah, I missed you.
Did you?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's 1, 2, 3 in the Trojans lineup. Dylan McKee, Gabe Malera, Matthew Lofberg. Some all-time names on this team.
Very good name team. You guys have done a good job of illustrating that today to this point.
Dylan McKee is 1 for 3. Takes a first pitch fastball on the outside, 1-0. Or 0-1, excuse me.
Dylan McKee, 0 for 3.
1 for 3.
1 for 3.
Couldn't even do the rhyme right.
I was focusing on the music.
Here's the 0-1 from Berggren to McKee. See slider off the outside, 1-1. Dylan McKee out of West Valley College.
1 for 3.
Bay Area legend. Shout out Spencer. 1-1, grounded to second base. Ryan Ellis on 2 hops, has it, throws to first, and retires the speeding Dylan McKee. He was rumbling down the first baseline.
Yeah, the wheels were hot. He was burning down the first baseline, and a nice little play there by Ryan Ellis, bouncing a few hops to his right, fielding it right above his belt, throwing to first. Nice out, number 1. Good start for Austin Berggren.
Dylan McKee said, "I have never heard of a 10-run ball game."
No, never.
Here's Gabe Malera, who's had a good day, a walk, a single, and got a home run robbed from him. He'll be facing Austin Berggren for the first time. Berggren from the windup, his first pitch to Malera is a fastball that's low, 1-0.
Home run robbery. Top 5 worst things to happen to a baseball player?
Probably. 1-0 is fouled straight back, 1-1. Cody Perry warming up in the Crawdads bullpen.
He wants Levitating as his walkout song today by
By
Baby.
Dua Lipa and a baby.
Yep.
The 1-1.
Wow.
Whoa, Paul. Good call, Paul. You've been doing so good today.
One was interesting.
Here's Berggren with the 2-1. High and tight, 3-1.
Broadcast umpires are always right.
Always, every single time. I've never been wrong once in my life on a broadcast.
Never. It's just not possible.
3 balls and a strike, a 10-run lead for Walnut Creek. The 3-1 is right down the middle. That looked the same
It's
spot.
pretty much the same spot,
Okay.
but hey, it's a strike. Strike now. That's what matters.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Berggren to Malera. The 3-2 is topped foul to the right side. We'll do it again. Casey Cummings goes to grab the foul ball, letting the flow out.
Love it. Wish I had that.
3-2. Fastball fly to the right side. Trouble if it's fair, but it'll go foul. Nico Button snags it on a hop. He's the Crawdads bullpen catcher.
Like this at-bat being put together. Falling behind was Berggren, now bouncing back. Now some foul balls on some tough pitches. This is some good baseball.
Baseball player. Berggren's 3-2. Fastball got him swinging. First strikeout for Austin Berggren here in the 7th.
Yeah, he went from behind to striking him out, and that's what Berggren can do. His stuff is electric. Fastball, here it is, hit it. I love that mentality, especially Berggren. Big guy, throws flames. No one, who's going to touch that? On the corner?
Not Gabe Malera.
No.
94 on the corner.
Is that the scouting report for Berggren?
Buckle up. Here's the first pitch to Matthew Lofberg. Right down the pipe with a fastball. 0-1. Lofberg is 1 for 3. Singled in his first at-bat. Chopped out to second in his second at-bat. And then flew out to Casey Cummings back in the 5th. Berggren ahead 0-1. Delivers a chopper to second base. Ryan Ellis goes down to get it. Tosses to first and retires the side. 1-2-3 inning for Austin Berggren's first inning of work. We'll head to the bottom half of the 7th. A new pitcher will come in for the Trojans when we come back. After we stretch, it's 12-2 Crawdads. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by
NorCal Oaks.
the
NorCal Oaks is a
They-
nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel in the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment. I think I still got it.
It's Asante Wilson, the righty.
Love it. Love the name.
Also into the game, Reno DeVolo at third base, Aiden Alfers in left field. Some elite names from Skyline College.
I am very blessed I'm not doing play-by-play today because I would not remember any of those.
Here's Cole Fellows for his first at bat. First pitch to him is just below the knees, 1-0. Fellows comes in hitting .296, a pair of home runs, 14 runs batted in. He is swinging a very hot bat. I mean, he was just recently around 200. 1-0. Line to the left side, foul.
Yeah, right around 300. I think that's where he saw himself this summer, and he's starting to get there after I don't want to say extremely bad start, but
A slow start.
it was a slow start for him for sure. And, I mean, we know he's got the sweet lefty swing.
1-1, pummeled to the left side, but foul.
It just looks like he has a lot of control of the bat. Can do a lot of things. He can hit for pop. He can slap one through the left side. Just a good overall hitter.
1 ball, 2 strikes from Wilson. Grounded 2 short. Ethan Reeder will scoop it up on the run, toss to first. It's low, but it's dug out by Braden Fitzgerald for the first out of the inning.
Hey, Reeder's making it fun over there at shortstop today. A lot of throws on the run. We saw the one error from him. And that one shot off his foot, but he's making some good plays with the glove today. That's not an easy play, crashing in hard. Nice out, number 1.
Here's Brian Duroff, who's got a home run today. A hit by pitch. 1 for 3 day for the 49er. Just committed to University of Charlotte.
Go Charlotte.
Go Niners.
Love him.
First pitch to him here is high and tight with a fastball 1-0.
Except I don't love the 49ers. I'm a Green Bay Packers fan.
That sucks.
And the playoffs and 49ers and Green Bay, it just doesn't go my way, really ever.
No. 1-0 is a slider in the dirt. 2-0.
Yeah, I've spent, I don't know, a couple nights crying after a Packers loss because of the 49ers. And, I mean, it's just Jimmy Garoppolo handing the ball off and somehow scoring 13
little
points.
like dump passes right up the middle.
Yeah, and we just don't score more than 13, and it's just kind of brutal.
Happens. 2-0. Duroff takes the fastball on the outside. 2-1. See, from my perspective, we're always winning.
Yeah.
It's just a really good defense.
Yeah. It's the Aaron Rodgers suppressor.
Yeah. 2-1. Spiked fastball, 3-1. Also could be known as the Aaron Rodgers suppressor is Southern Oregon. Not a fan of Southern Oregon is Aaron Rodgers. I'm also not a fan of Southern Oregon. It's kind of gross.
Oh, my goodness.
3-1. Duroff takes on the inside with fastball, 3-2.
Well, the 49ers can suppress Aaron Rodgers. Can they suppress Jordan Love? And I don't think so. Jordan Love is the future. Kobe did not like that.
3-2. Duroff takes up high with a fastball, ball 4. I'm a Justin Fields believer.
I'm just not. He's just, not very good.
I just wanted to make Kobe happy. Here's Tyson Pointer, 0 for 1 today.
Jeez, that's brutal.
Also not a Padres believer.
Hey,
I don't think you are either.
I'm not, but they're turning it around right now. Can't lie.
First pitch to Pointer is another spiked fastball, 1-0.
Brock Purdy is not the future. Is he even your starting quarterback next year?
Yes.
Is he?
Yes.
Jeez.
He's good. No, he's not. Here's the 1-0 to Pointer. Way up high, 2-0. Who was it? A couple weeks ago, I think Matt Mayoko said that Sam Darnold was the most talented quarterback that the 49ers have ever had. Including, Joe Montana, Steve Young.
It's a good group. Hey, you're listed
Sam
up
Darnold.
there. That's a good group of some quarterbacks right there.
Hall of Famer Y.A. Tittle, which I think about that a lot. Like, imagine introducing yourself to someone and being like, hey, what's your name? They're like, I'm YA. Nice to meet you. Here's the 2-0. Pointer hits it sky high to center. Looks like it's right at Gabe Malera, the center fielder. It's a big tag off first by Duroff. Malera makes the squeeze for the second out.
Yeah, new game, same story for Tyson Pointer, late on the fastball. That's exactly what that is. When you get a fastball in and pop it up like that, just a little bit late. The timing is just a little bit off for Tyson Pointer this summer. I don't think he's far off, but it's time to start turning it around.
Here's Mr. Ryan Ellis. Ellis is 1 for 1 today. 4 bats for the cleanup spot today, 4 singles. First pitch to Ellie is lined through the left side of the infield, and it's going to be a leaping catch in left field by the new left fielder, Aiden Alfers, to end the inning. We'll head to the top half of the 8th. Crawdads held scoreless. When we come back, a 10-run lead for Walnut Creek to work with. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by NorCal Oaks. NorCal Oaks is a nonprofit organization dedicated to developing skilled players who want to excel at the game of baseball and softball while attaining strong character and life skills in a fun and positive environment.
Electric.
Cody Perry's first pitch to Ethan Reeder is right on the outside with the fastball, and that's a good start for the man out of Trinity College in Connecticut. It's 0-1 to Ethan Reeder.
And if my memory serves me correct,
Good slider, swung on and missed. Made him look like a fool, and it's 0-2.
he pitched pretty well against Healdsburg last week.
He's on a stretch of 5 consecutive shutout innings. After a 15 ERA through his first 2 outings, he's calmed down a little bit. Perry's 0-2. Fastball tapped to the left side, foul.
Fastball, slider, another fastball. Staying in the zone, doing a good job by Cody Perry. You can do anything here. Slider in the dirt, fastball up. Throw a changeup.
Perry's 0-2. There's the changeup down low, 1-2. Well, I talked to Brant Cummings about Cody Perry a good amount because he's kind of an enigma, I think, in a way. He had a solid season at Trinity, has not been great so far, as the 1-2 is in the dirt with fastball 2-2. And Brant said, this is a guy that can be competitive. You know, he brought up Danny Garza 2 years ago, was probably the ace for the Crawdads, and he was a guy that threw 84, 86, but just knew where everything was going, as this one's fouled off to the right. And if you can throw 3 pitches competitively, Perry is a good fastball. We saw the slider. He's gone to the changeup today. If you can throw 3 pitches competitively, you'll have success in this league.
Yeah, I mean,
2-2. Slider just outside 3-2.
yes, absolutely. 85 at this level certainly plays. And no, you don't need to throw 90 miles an hour. It helps. But being able to spot up like that.
3-2 called, strike 3 on the outside. First strikeout for Perry. First out of the 8th.
I mean, just being able to place the ball in an unhittable location like that. I mean, that's half a ball outside, but it's going to be called a strike. And that's just a perfect pitch from Cody Perry. If you can do that, I mean, you're going to have a lot of success, especially in the CCL.
This a non-league game, but he'll take it. First pitch to Brandenburg is hit high and deep to left center field, but it looks like it's in the park for Tyson Pointer. It's the center fielder instead, Cole Fellows, about 5 feet shy of the warning track that makes the grab for the first out.
Those ones always get your heart to skip a beat. A couple outfielders both calling each other off. Eventually, center fielder makes the decision that it's his, really gets loud, makes the catch.
Here's Dylan Waldvogel, who has been one of my least favorite names to broadcast ever.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Waldvogel swings through a first pitch changeup, 0-1. I think the thing I got best at while you were gone is pitch recognition.
Really? I was gone for 2 games, and
I've improved.
You just mastered it.
I mean, it took you, what, like a game to get better at ending innings? 0-1, slider, check swing. Yes, he did, says the first base umpire, Angela Neary.
Angela Neary.
I didn't think he swung, but I thought the pitch was a strike.
Yeah. Either way.
Perry's 0-2, slider. Good pitch, but it broke a little too much. 1-2.
I think I got better at closing innings just from doing it while watching baseball.
1-2 pop-up. Sky high to the right side, Bermuda Triangle. It's the right fielder, Brian Duroff, that makes the catch towards the line for the third out. A 1-2-3 inning for Cody Perry. We'll head to the bottom half of the 8th. 12-2 Dads. Congratulations are in order as we head to the bottom half of the 8th. As the Santa Barbara legend, do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, so Vaquero legend, Crawdad legend, now UCSB Gaucho legend, Ryan Troy. Ryan Troy is just committed to UC Santa Barbara, joining Crawdad teammate Jackson Flora. A couple of Crawdads pitching in the 805. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in Walnut Creek, Danville. Smiles ear to ear.
Here's Sam Gilliam, takes a first pitch fastball up high. Gilliam is 1 for 1, a 2-run home run, and 3 hit by pitches. That is a very Casey Cummings stat line.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Here's the 1-0. Gilliam flies it to the right side, foul. 1-1. You know, I'm so happy for Ryan Troy.
Me too.
Plus human being.
Very good guy.
Fun to watch.
Fun to be around.
And now he's a Gaucho.
Now I get to watch him
Yet
for another.
at least another year with him. 1-1. Gilliam takes a slider at the knees, 1-2. Sources, Instagram.
Him.
Him.
Literally him.
Literally, him himself. Him a fee. 1-2. Got him swinging.
Wow.
That was something.
Grunting the 84-mile-an-hour fastball, blow it by him. Top of the zone. Yeah, you can locate it. You're going to get some swings and misses, and that's exactly what he did there. As the ball going around the horn finds its way into center field. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen.
12-2 game.
Yes. Very much so.
Here's Max Farfan. 5 runs batted in today, a grand slam, an error that brought home a run before the error. So the first pitch to him here is flipped to the right side, 0-1. I am having a hard time trying to think of who the player of the game might be. Maybe Nate.
Gave a good start.
Maybe Farf.
I don't hate Farfan player of the game.
Maybe Gilly.
Don't hate that.
0-1 slider off the outside, 1-1.
It's never a bad pick.
Maybe you.
I'm here.
That's true. Here's the 1-1 to Farfan. It's off the outside and low, 2-1. Maybe Ryan Brome. Didn't play today, but I feel like he's always a valid pick.
I feel like he's a guy that could be a gaucho.
Or Duck. 2-1. Curveball swung on and fouled back. You know, you mentioned between innings. Do we not have a field mic today? I'm glad we don't, because I like this, the pitch or whatever he's grunting it's something.
Get that extra 1 to 2 miles per hour every pitch. Love it.
12-2 Crawdads. I'm a firm believer that the grunt helps.
It does, for sure.
Here's the 2-2 to Farfan. Curveball got him swinging. Back-to-back Ks.
Oh, yeah, it helps. Grunt, there's a slider top of the zone. Farfan, his eyes lit up. I mean, that's a hittable pitch. He can do a lot of damage with that. But just swung right through it.
Here is Griffin Harrison, Mr. 707, an RBI single off the wall in the last inning.
Thought it was out.
I didn't, actually.
Wow.
On contact, I thought it was a routine pop-up. The ball just kept carrying. First pitch fastball off the outside, 1-0. All of a sudden, it's like hitting off the midsection of the wall.
Yeah, you said on a hop. It was not on a hop.
Not on a hop. 1-0. Right down the pipe. 1-1.
We never got Carson's keys for this game.
Carson, what are your keys to the game?
It's a little late. And I don't know what they would have been.
1-1. Tap to the left side, foul.
Actually, I have one. I have one key to the game.
Win.
And that is score more runs than the opponent.
So what are we going to call the keys to the game when I'm doing the keys? Because I think it should always be the color that is the keys.
It should.
1-2. Slider way outside, 2-2. Austin's.
Oda's.
If it was like.
I see the smile on your face, and I'm really scared for the words that are about to come out of your mouth.
Here's the 2-2. Harrison grounds it through the left side. That's a base hit. Takes a big hop to the left fielder. 2 hits for Harrison. Like. Nah, that was going to be stupid.
Hey, how about a 2-hit day for Griffin Harrison? Another guy that's just getting hot. This team is getting hot in the middle of the summer. It's sight for sore eyes.
Oda's Godas? Like
Absolutely
go-tos?
not. Oda's go-to. No.
Odu's go-tos?
No.
Here's Max. No. Owen Firestone, who takes the first pitch off the outside, 1-0. Austin's.
I was going to say examples, but that's not really, really bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
Austin's.
1-0. Firestone taps it to third slowly. Could be trouble. Off the mound to get it is Wilson. He'll go to first. It is not in time. Firestone beats it out. A base knock.
2-hit day for Owen Firestone. Now, it doesn't matter how you do it. His last at-bat put one into the right center field gap. This one here doesn't even get it in front of the mound, but counts the same.
Here's Emmett Finney.
Emmett.
Oh, Andy didn't do it. I thought he was going to. Emmett doubled in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 3 since then, but a 1 for 4 day overall. 12-2 Crawdads lead here in the bottom half of the 8th. Wilson looks to second. Now comes to the plate. First pitch slider outside, 1-0. Shout out to Good Call Paul, because his zone has stayed consistent throughout the game.
Love it. Love to see that in a non-league game, too. Not often we see that.
Even in league games.
That is true.
1-0. Little high, 2-0. We got to think of the
I'm
mic keys
trying.
to the game.
I'm really trying.
Austin's offers. No. 2-0. High ball 3. Austin's. All right.
Good Lord.
3 balls and no strikes to Emmett Finney with runners on first and second, 2 outs. Here's the 3-0. On the outside at the knees, 3-1.
Yeah, not sure about that.
Austin's. Often gotta do's.
No. Just no.
Oda's. 3-1 to Finney. Big swing and a miss, 3-2. I don't.
Oda's opportunities is terrible.
Yeah,
Bad.
Oda's.
Opportunities, it's got to be a key. Something important.
We could just call it like Austin's keys to the game. 3-2, runners go. Finney lines it straight back. Do it again.
We might be overthinking it just a little bit. Austin's key to the game isn't, just keys to the game. It doesn't.
Brought to you by Austin Oda.
Yeah, keys to the game brought to you by Austin. I don't hate that.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Austin's answers.
Here's the 3-2. Finney takes. Ooh, called strike 3. A front door slider. Wilson will take it. It'll strand runners on first and second. No runs home for the Dads. We'll head to the top half of the 9th where Cody Perry will try to close it out. It's closing time here at Monte Vista when we come back 12-2 Dads. Narco time here at Monte Vista. Top half of the 9th inning, 10-2. No, 12-2. Crawdads lead. Cody Perry back out for his second inning of work to face Fitzgerald, DeVolo, and Alfers. First pitch for the 9th is a curve changeup down low, 1-0.
Hardest thing to do in baseball is get the final 3 outs of the game.
1-0. Just off the outside, maybe a touch low, 2-0.
I'd love to see Perry just bounce back with that same mentality in the first inning, pound the zone.
2-0 on the outside, 2-1. He works so fast.
Love it.
Yeah,
Broadcaster's
just doesn't let
dream.
you do his job.
It's a broadcaster's dream, in my opinion.
I agree. Shakes off the catcher, Firestone. Now the 2-1.
Yep.
Just off the inside and high, 3-1.
Who was it that was it someone on the Admirals that was, we timed it and it was like 50 seconds?
No, it was the West Coast Kings.
West Coast Kings, yeah.
It's ball 4 from Perry to Fitzgerald.
But we timed it and it was 45 seconds in between pitches.
It's too slow.
Just brutal.
Let's see how many Perry can get in 45 seconds. I'll wait after this pitch. Reno DeVolo for his first at bat takes at the knees for a called strike. So we're going to start it now. No balls and a strike to Reno DeVolo. There's already 1 pitch in it. Perry nods off his catcher twice. Now the 0-1 to DeVolo is a swing and a miss on a changeup, 0-2. 2 pitches in 14 seconds.
Good pace.
No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Perry Sets at the belt, now comes to the plate with a slider, tap to the right side. Emmett Finney has got it by the first base bag, takes it to the first base bag, and retires DeVolo.
1 out, 30 seconds or less. That'll make Andy Mack happy.
Anything that makes Andy Mack happy makes me happy.
2 minutes. We're on pace for about a 2-minute inning. 2.5.
Here's Aiden Alford. So,
What's the over-under? Over-under on time this inning.
oh, I don't know.
Oh, you already stopped.
I don't know when the inning started. Alfers in his first at bat swings through a first pitch changeup, nothing in one.
I was going to say from this point forward.
I don't care.
Okay. 6:29.
0-1. Changeup on the outside, 0-2. 6:29 for the end of the game.
End of the
I'll
game?
take the under.
I'll take the under too, but I feel like I can't because you taking the under, so I'll
Let's
take
go
the over.
6:28.
I'll take the over on that.
Take under. 0-2. Swing and a miss.
Oh no. Oh no.
Second strikeout for Cody Perry at 6:26.
I need a base hit. I need a walk. I need an 11-pitch walk here.
Here's Dylan McKee, who's 1 for 4 today. Takes a step out of the box. He heard you.
No first pitch swinging.
Feels like a Prize Picks game.
Does.
First pitch to him.
No.
Popped up on the infield.
No.
Griffin Harrison, the shortstop. Max Farfan, the third baseman. It's Farfan to make the catch. The Crawdads win, and I win. Cody Perry rolls the dice to Owen Firestone, and the Crawdads win by 10. Game started at 4 o'clock, ended at 6:26. Final time of game, 2 hours, 26 minutes. Crawdads, 12 runs, 13 hits, an error. The Trojans, 2 runs, 6 hits, and an error. The winning pitcher is the starter, Nate Nordell. The loser is the starter on the other end, Tyler Pachetti. No save for the Crawdads. Let's see, anything else I'm missing?
Good day of baseball. Let's get after it tomorrow.
Wow. Throws the headset. Yeah, that'll do it for us. We'll see who the player of the game is. We'll see who comes and joins us up in the booth. Be sure to stay for Kobe Siegel and Justin DeHaas for the post-game show. For my color man, Carson Mercier, my name is Austin Oda. Thank you for listening. We'll see you tomorrow as the Crawdads take on the Healdsburg Prune Packers. 6 p.m. We'll be on the live stream for that one. Thanks again for joining us tonight here on the Walnut Creek Crawdads Streaming Network.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Walnut Creek Crawdads post-game show. I am your host, Justin DeHaas, alongside me, my co-host, Kobe Siegel. And as you can see, the Crawdads defeated the Game Prep Trojans 12-2. And we have our Crawdads player of the game coming up here, Mr. Nate Nordell. Your Crawdads player of the game is brought to you by DVY Cards and Collectibles, a local shop of all your favorite cards and collectibles, conveniently located just off the 4 freeway. Mr. Nate Nordell, pleasure having you on the show.
Pleasure to be up here.
All right, so so far this summer you've been a reliever, and I believe this was your first start today, if I'm not mistaken. What was it like starting on the mound today?
It's been a long time since I started. I mean, I had my first start last year on the Crawdads. Didn't go as well. Gave up a couple home runs to start the first inning, so today I just wanted to go out here, have a better approach, let my defense work, and let the offense work, and they did just that.
Yeah, and you also pitched 4 innings today too, which you pitched 3 innings a few days ago, but really trying to lengthen yourself out there. How was that being able to go deeper into this game, going 4 innings?
Just building the arm back up. I didn't throw a lot this past year, so I'm just still getting the arm strength back up, and it's getting there.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously today, not everyone played as much as they normally do, but you got Healdsburg tomorrow. What are you looking forward to in trying to get that victory?
Tomorrow's a big game. I'm excited for the boys to go out there, and if we pitch the way we've been pitching, hitting the way we've been hitting, and then fielding the ball, I think we got a good chance tomorrow. I'm confident in our guys.
And I mean, talk about just this lineup real quick, and obviously putting up 12 runs today. Very impressive, and the bullpen too, only giving up 2 runs total. The bullpen didn't give up anything. Can you just talk about the lineup and the bullpen today?
Just the group of guys we got, you can't beat it. I mean, everyone in the dugout's always confident. Even when we're down, it doesn't feel like we're down, and we're just ready to play.
All right, Nate. Well, pleasure having you on.
Appreciate
Thank
you guys having me. Thank you.
Alrighty, and so your Crawdads player of the game is brought to you by DVY Cards and Collectibles, a local shop of all your favorite cards and collectibles, conveniently located just off the 4 freeway. And when we, a little love there from Nate. But before we get into the analysis of this game, let's just do another ad read. So this look around the CCL is brought to you by American Stage Tours. American Stage Tours, small enough to care and large enough to compete. And so there is only one league game today. It is the Bay Area Admirals and the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Prune Packers are up 1-0, top of the second. We do have some non-league action, though, obviously this game. But then beside that, as my computer is refreshing and it's loading, and there we are, the Solano Mudcats are about to start up a game against the Humboldt Crabs around 7 p.m. So we know both of those squads. Played Solano once and played Humboldt twice. A little surprising we played a non-CCL team more than a CCL team, but that's beside the point. So, all right, getting back to this game. Overall, it was a good game today. I mean, like I said to Nate, not everyone played as much as they normally do. You saw guys like Casey Cummings and Matt King and a few others taken out of the game earlier than you would normally expect, but it was just a good team effort all around. What did you see from some of the guys who played half the game compared to some of the guys who were able to play a full game?
Well, I saw a lot of good things. I think first I want to start with Max Farfan, who obviously hit the grand slam, but he's a guy that has consistently hit against non-league opponents, but has had a little more trouble against league opponents. So, so after a grand slam today against the non-league, what was the team called? I don't even know what the team is called.
Game Prep Trojans?
Yes,
I don't blame
Prep
you for that
Trojans.
slipping your mind.
Yes, yes, but when we have Healdsburg tomorrow,
Can't forget about that team.
yes, no, definitely cannot. So let's see if he can kind of take that momentum into the next game. I think about a guy like Owen Firestone, who was on base a few times.
Yeah.
Ryan Ellis, even though he only got 2 at bats, he had 2 liners the opposite way. One fell in for hit, one didn't. I mean, he just continues to rake. Doesn't matter where he plays. So a lot of interesting things today, but I think thing we can take away from this game the most that we probably already knew coming in is that Crawdads are a lot better than the game prep Trojans, and they're going to have to give Healdsburg a big fight tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I joked on the pregame show how this was like a trap game because you got Healdsburg tomorrow. But, even though maybe the Crawdads didn't necessarily play their starters the entire time, it was still a pretty easy victory. And honestly, a lot of it was self-inflicted wounds from the Trojans. You look at 7 hit by pitches, 3 of them to Sam Gilliam. He's just got to be in some pain, got to put some ice on those bruises. But Casey Cummings had a couple too, and I mean that's no surprise because he's already got 13 on the season. Really crouches up on that plate, and as a guy who normally hits second, that's what you want to do. It makes the on-base percentage look good. So, but yeah, I mean overall, not like a lot of parity in the lineup today. Everyone got a hit. Except for Tyson Pointer and Casey Cummings. But like we said, 2 of Cummings' at-bats were just him getting hit, and then Pointer came in later into the game and only got 2 at-bats. It would have been nice to see Pointer get a hit, maybe as a little bit of a get-right game, but, we keep on saying, it's time for Pointer to start turning around, and it hasn't happened yet. We're still hopeful that it can because, again, you look at his numbers at UT Arlington, batting 300, 10 bombs. We know he's got that talent, and it should come out eventually. But we're like a month into the season now, so we'll see if he can bounce back soon. But yeah, I mean, lineup was good, and pitching. I was talking to Nate about this. He gave up the 2 earned runs, but then after that, bullpen went 5 innings and only gave up 1 hit. You want to talk about that performance?
Well, I mean, we saw it so much here today, the difference in the pitching. I think Crawdads walked 3 guys and hit 1. 2 walks from Jackson Howell, but that was in 1 inning. So when you take that away, that's 1 walk. So, I mean, the bullpen, the same story all season. If they don't walk guys, or the pitching doesn't walk guys, they can pitch the lights out and pitch with any team in the CCL or not in the CCL. So I think that was really important. And I mean, for the Trojans, they had 2 walks. So maybe they had 7 hit by pitches. So that was definitely a little rough. A lot of hit by pitches on their side. So I think avoiding the walks, pounding the zone, trusting how good your stuff is, I think that was really important today.
Yeah, and granted, it's the game prep Trojans. Like, it's not the greatest indication of how pitching can look, but considering that these aren't necessarily Brandt's top guys out of the pen, no Cade Cushing, no Sean Fitzpatrick, no Nick Proctor, he wanted to keep those guys for the Healdsburg game tomorrow. And the fact that he was able to do that and still get great performances from Jackson Howell, Cody Perry, Austin Berggren, they're all solid relievers, but Perry, a couple innings. Now he's gone 7 innings in his last 3 outings and hasn't allowed a run, so it's been good there. But yeah, solid performance from the bullpen, and I mean, just looking at the game prep Trojans, talked about their pitching and how Pachetti, their starter, 8 earned through 3 innings, so it got roughed up, and Costa came in behind him and gave 4 earned runs, so not much better. And I mean, hey, Wilson through an inning and 2/3 didn't give up any runs, so there's a little bit of silver lining there for game prep. And overall, I mean, the lineup 1 through 4 hitters all got a hit, but after that, not much. What do you make of game prep's performance just as a team?
Well, I think so. What we saw from Nate Nordell, I think.
I heard Kobe too. I don't think he's talking to you though.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Okay, so from Nate Nordell, I think what we saw early is there were a couple hits, but they were kind of soft hits, and there weren't really many hard hit balls throughout this game. I could think of a few in like left center and right center, but I think they might have only had one extra base hit today. I believe it was a double. I think it was down. I think it was down the right field line. Even that wasn't hit hard. So I mean, they just weren't really able to square up any balls. And I think when you're facing a guy like Nate Nordell, who pounds the zone constantly and also has good stuff, I think especially his changeup kind of force you to be aggressive, and you maybe not you might not get you might not hit the pitches you like. You just kind of hit the pitches that you have to hit. And then Jackson Howell, I think, even harder to square up because he's not necessarily going to be around the zone all the time. But if he is, he has really good stuff. Bergeron throws really hard. Cody Perry can be really nasty at times. So I mean, just overall, I think this Crawdads, the Trojans were not able to square up any balls.
Yeah, I think when you talk about Jackson Howell, he's wildly effective, right? Like he's got good
Effectively
stuff.
wild, yes.
Yeah, effectively wild. Thank you for cleaning that up. But yeah, he's got good stuff. Doesn't necessarily know where it's going all the time, but his stuff can play. And Nate Nordell, you talked about the soft contact. I think that was huge for him today because he only had one strikeout, right? So allowing that soft contact and then also no walks too. You talked about him throwing strikes. That's half the battle right there, just getting the ball over the plate. And yeah, game prep just wasn't really able to do too much today. But yeah, I mean, look, overall, again, this is a game that the Crawdads, they're looking towards Healdsburg tomorrow, and it's going to be huge. We'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow in the pregame show. But you got any early indications of how that game might go?
Well, because it's not a series, it's only one game. The Crawdads can afford to just go all out for this game. Pitch guys like I'm pretty sure we'll see Nick Proctor. We'll see Sean Fitzpatrick. We'll see
Cade Cushing if it's a
Cade
safe
Cushing,
situation.
yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, we will certainly see some of the top guys. for the
Yeah,
Crawdads.
and I mean, you talked about some of those top guys in the bullpen. We don't know who they're starting yet exactly, but honestly, it could just be like a bullpen game and throw out your best relievers. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be shocked if that was on the table. But yeah, especially because after that you play the Alameda Anchors on Friday, so it's like obviously you didn't have to play your top guys today. Chances are you probably don't have to play your top guys there. We saw how that happened first game of the season, mercy rule. But yeah, so a lot of pressure, a lot of expectations, and you mentioned how it's a one-off. You're not able to gain much ground on the Prune Packers in these other games, like how the Crawdads swept the Admirals and didn't make up any ground. So you got to win these games.
Oh yeah.
Against the Prune Packers. You lost the last game at Healdsburg. You want to take one of those road games. You were able to defend your home here, but if you can go to Recreation Park and take one from, still the best team in the CCL in terms of record, that would be huge for the Crawdads. You would be a game and a half back, and you still got about another month or so of regular season play. You're going to play the Prune Packers for another series, but yeah, that would be huge for sure. And so, any final thoughts on this game or just the Crawdads in general?
No, I mean you summed it up perfectly. If they want to compete for the division title with Healdsburg, they gotta beat them.
Yeah, I mean talk about how it's nice that the Crawdads are first in the CCL power rankings right now, but what really matters is those standings, and they still currently stand 2.5 games back, but they have a chance to make up some ground tomorrow, and it should be a fun one. You should really tune in. 6 o'clock, first pitch, I believe, and yeah, we'll be there for the pregame show. Should be around 5:40 or so, but yeah, tune in. It should be a fun one. So for my co-host Kobe Siegel, I am Justin DeHaas. Thank you again for watching the Walnut Creek Crawdads postgame show.